Everybody. So we're just about to get started today. And oh, that's weird. Hold on. It's a good sign that that's already being strange. Cool. So we're just about to get started today, and we have two matches throughout the course of our day. We're going to start off with ELOgain versus Gorges Gone Wild. It's going to be a really exciting match. I think, with this season of play, just in the state of the game, I think we're going to have some really exciting games today because I think there are a couple of players in the field in terms of the teams that are very, 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 very competitive. Of course, everybody is going to have a pretty good shot at taking the season. But I think one of the most interesting storylines, and I'm not saying that these teams are slated for that spot exactly, but I think one of the most interesting storylines in this season is going to be who's going to be taking that third place badge. I think there are two teams that I would tend to say are strong, that are really, really strong, that probably would be vying for first and second. But there are a bunch. The rest of the field is basically in contention for that third place match, and I think we're gonna have a really exciting. If you can keep that in mind, that every placement is important. That we're gonna have. It's gonna be really neck and neck, and it's gonna be very exciting. So today we have ELOgain with Infamous Merking for them. That's Crowbar's team versus Dream's team, Gorges Gone Wild, with a bunch of fantastic players, including Green Rex and Night Fury, and there's just a ton of really excellent shooters and alien players on both sides. And I can't wait for this match to get started. I feel like we're going to have a lot of back and forth in the series that we have for you today. Some very exciting matches. And I am juiced. Let's see. I have a little bit I can share with you. So the rosters today are going to be... I'll bring them up so we can see them on stream. So for Gorges Gone Wild, we will have Dream playing Commander, Pookie usually playing, I would say he plays Lurk, Chalky and Muff, I believe, play Fade. Again, these are all going to be, we'll see once the matches get started, but give you a chance to look at the roster. If I go back to the contest here, we can jump into the other team we have for you today. Which is ELOgain. This is Crowbar's team. A mixed European team. A lot of players that have been playing for a long time. And have a ton of experience. And we'll jump back into my little slide here. And the game is just about to get started. Everybody is in the server, and we are on our way. Just waiting for those teams to ready up in game. And we'll have our first match on Veil. Perhaps the most classic of natural selection matches, or maps. And later today we'll have some interesting little production value upgrades for you guys to check out. We have something interesting that me and Infamous are trying to run. Infamous is in the round right now, but he'll be joining me on stream later today, possibly as well. Nightmare will be joining us. They're going to, be able to give some player commentary, some excellent, these guys are super skilled. They have the kind of brain for this game, so they can add into what I'm delivering to you guys. And we're always trying to, here on the stream, we're always trying to improve And I'm excited to bring you guys a little extra commentary from those folks. And we're going to have something new on the stream. We're going to be trying out later today, so it should be, foolproof. We're doing it live, as they say. We're going to have Infamous controlling the perspective camera, so we're going to have a dedicated observer, and he'll be joining me on the cast as well. But that's going to be really exciting. See how that improves the experience for everybody involved. And with that being said, we're going to switch over to our game view. And our game is now live. Partial power build on this armory, pushing all the Marines into topo as quickly as possible, but slowing down on that pressure into Skylight's. Going to have 3 Skulks staring down this hallway to keep them from jumping into Nano. This is always one of the first things that you're going to have to watch on this map, whether this Marine team is able to get a few picks and put pressure on that Gorge and Nano or not. One Marine sneaking through the vent does get the initial pick. Greenrex dying to Mephiles. That's going to be an important moment. Meph is now going to be able to walk all the way down to cargo, denying that quick resource tower there. Another exchange happens, this time in favor of the aliens. 2 aliens now down onto the spawn queue. And the Gorge is happily building his little garden over here in Nano Grid. That's going to work out for him. But 2 Marines are pushing in. That's Crowbar, the commander, out of the chair, playing from taking his perspective as the RT is dropped right in front of him. Skulk takes a number of hits as he jumps around, but the Gorge and the Skulk able to clear aliens there. See if Dome gets the better of these 2 rocket Skulks. Does take one. A lot of pressure already on that second Skulk. Only a pistol shot or 2 away from dying, trying to delay this Marine as much as possible. We did see, though, another Marine jumping in. Infamous now has taken the room. Our Gorge player has survived so far. Infamous back of the rooms. This is a very strong position for Marines to be in. Oh, but another Skulk is able to close the gap. As we jump back into third-person perspective, aliens are able to hold on to all of their res towers. All of their res is safe for now. Marines not yet capped up to 4 RTs. So this looks like a general, this is basically the game state that we expect to see at this point, except maybe we could get 1 more Marine RT capped. It's very important that you have at least 4 res to tech up efficiently in the beginning of the game. If you don't have that 4th res node, you're not going to want to be able to send out any med packs, and you're going to be a little bit delayed on some of your tech. Gorge, though, is captured out of position by Mephiles. Nobody alive in the hive to save that Gorge. That means either the next hive is going to be slow on its build time, or somebody's going to have to regorge. Take Infamous perspective as he puts pressure on this tunnel yet again. No Gorge means that they're going to have to drop a Crag in order to have that tunnel healed. Tunnel now at half health. Datsu going to find this Drifter and does take it out before the commander is able to respond. This RT is now in a huge amount of trouble. Aliens suddenly getting a lot of pressure on their side of the map. Datsu is able to clear the assists, but Lurks are up. So it's only a matter of time before the Lurks group and crush Datsu, but he probably will be able to take this RT. Blend electing to go for a more aggressive play. Let's see what he does here. Trying to capture Marines as they funnel out of the base. And this will be annoying. Lurking quite well. And kills the reinforcing Marine. Has taken some chip damage, though. Doesn't have a lot of life to spend to be playing safe. So he gets out of there before the engagement comes through. Solid has regorged. So any further life forms that Solid will get will be very slow. He's probably going to play Gorge for quite a while. But if he dies again, it's going to put him in a pretty poor position to build the hive. So Marines gonna be walking towards Nano again. Double pressure on Nano as Infamous and Domestus take the room. No life forms in here yet, but the lurks are flying in formation. Oh, and it's a nice clear. Moving the Crag, the commander being proactive. Oh, sorry guys. We've been doing... Oh, I'm sorry. We've been working on the production of the stream, but some things changed. I don't know why all my OBS... I'm really sorry about that, guys. This is what happens when you're doing last-minute updates to the stream. Sometimes things go a little haywire. I don't know why OBS just moved everything. Every single one of my scenes got a little bit screwed up. I'm sorry, guys. I am totally my fault. Ah! Okay, so I think we heard a lurk die while I was fixing that. But yeah, so I have like a million things going on right now. We're trying something new later on where we'll be getting a feed from another player controlling the observer, and I guess something I did kind of shifted all my windows. So I don't know how that happened, but it was fine before the stream started. Thanks, section, for letting me know that there was an issue. And I apologize for any... I'm going to make sure I have visual on my stream so that any further mistakes will be caught, since we're doing some new stuff right now. But yeah, Marines in a good position now. OBS has been dropped, 2-2 has been achieved. Shotguns are just around the corner. Phase Tech is pretty soon, and you can see them building the power inside of East Junction in order to get that position ready. But there's still lots of life forms alive as this crush comes through. Night Fury taking a lot of damage, but he soaked enough bullets for the rest of the crush to come through. And now Green Rex is the life form that's able to take this RT down fast enough. And for the alien side, we see all crags have been finished, Leap has been started, and now Veil Hive has been upgraded. But Marines are trading some resources. They're not trading really, but they've been wiped off the map, and now the aliens are taking some territory back. Some back and forth and early lurk death, but this is a very close round. Infamous not able to accomplish much in the hive, but definitely dragging some aliens back onto the backfield. This means that the Marines have plenty of space to set up this first phase gate. In an aggressive position, not in the topographical position. This means they're going to be running into nanogrid quite a lot. We're going to take Datsu's perspective. An excellent shot in the back of the room, putting a little damage on that crag, but here comes the fade. They're scared to engage. Two shotguns and a rifle. This is a good composition for this Marine team to control the room. The crag does go down. Now the tunnel on a ticking timer. You can see the aliens on the map trying to make a play for the gate, but they are pushed out. Everybody's on the hive trying to heal up before they can return, clearing the back of their field, trying to take the Marine off the hive, building the shell. A tunnel has been established now in the bottom of the map in pipeline, already thinking about taking that third hive location. Wow, Night Fury barely makes it out alive. Another fade taking half his life bar. Lots of guns on the ground. This is an important moment for both teams. Lots of Marines on the spawn queue, but now coming again to make another push into Nanogrid. Marines on 4 RTs, the aliens 4. And this Gorge is going to be taken out as he tries to flee the room. Datsu, though, putting a ton of damage on that Fade. He's forced out through the vent. Night Fury, does he have enough control? Night Fury does take out the Marine in the exterior of Nanogrid. Blend City goes down to Lita just before taking out the RT. Marines maintaining that 4 RT position. And now going up to 5 as they are continuing to cap Nanogrid. The, Lita doing a ton of work, getting good meds from his commander. This Gorge facing down the shotgun barrel. Lita doing doing his job very well. No armor, and is able to take out that Fade. That Fade, Muff's Fade, does go down to Lita's shotgun in Overlook. An excellent play from this solo Marine on the off lane. Marines all over the alien resources, but Marines only on 4 RTs, even though they're controlling Nano. The pressure is enough, though, that this is a winning position for this Marine team, although now Nano Gate is going down before that second RT is even established. The gate goes down. Muff is in position to harass the back res, waiting for that Marine to leave the room, using that Veil upgrade. Almost, yeah, for sure is running Aura. Some of our life forms are running the Neurotoxin, but the rest are running Aura so they can spot movement of Marines. Muff is going to be able to take out this RT, most likely. Not quite, though. Those moments are incredibly important, as keeping your res up is a huge part of this strategy game. 5 RTs, the aliens 2. Aliens in a lot of... have a lot of pressure to reestablish. But they want to reestablish some res, but at the same time, they're giving up parts of the map in order for this Marine team to establish Dome. Of course, they don't want to give it up, and here comes Blends for attempt at a crush, but Knight says, not me, man. I don't think I can risk my Fade being the last Fade player on the field at the moment. Datsu taking some swipes from Night Fury. Trying to find this gate pressure timing. Oh my god, Night Fury on 1 HP as he gets out of that just barely. Solid Snake creeping around in the vents, trying to find a place to pressure. But Marines down on 4 RTs again, and the aliens almost have enough time to reestablish this tunnel into pipe. But not quite, and Dome Gate is going to prevent them from doing that. No longer able to assist down there. They would need a Gorge in order to drop that tunnel. But Gorges on this team have a different idea. It's going to be a sneaky tunnel, possibly for a base rush. They're going to try to find the timing. All the Marines are far away from the Hive. Now is the timing, but they're coming back to defend the Hive. This is going to be a quick rotation out to the tunnel entrance. But should have they just gone for base anyways? The tunnel is established, but if you had let this Hive be sacked, you might have had an opportunity to pressure the Marine start. In this case, however, they are going to be fighting for this territory. It's incredibly important, and they have Marines on the spawn queue, so they aren't going to be able to run into... Oh my god, Night Fury's Fade going so low. Will the shotgun of Mephiles be able to find its target? Not quite in this occasion, as Solid Snake heals Night Fury back up to full HP. And Night Fury just slicing the Marines to pieces as Datsu's Marine falls. Will they bait out a base rush? There aren't any Marines by the gate at the moment. This could be a huge moment for this game. It could be game over right here. Will the Marine Commander hit that beacon fast enough? They're going straight for the comm chair. This is unusual in this level. Oh, nope, they've changed to the gate. That's the right decision for most occasions. But just a couple more bites on that gate might have been enough to really take it out. You can see it goes down almost all the way. Little confusion over their initial target. This tunnel is scanned now. But the Marines can't yet push in because they know they have this pressure point of this gorge tunnel. What are they doing? Trying to establish a second gate before taking any pressure. Slow down your roll, boys, and just play safe. That's what the commander's saying. It's time to make sure that we hold on to our resources. It was scary enough having your base pressured like that. No need to take risks in other aspects of the game. This solo Marine on the gate is super important now. Marines playing in Y, though, that can cause a good situation. Sometimes the best way to defend your gate is to be just around the corner. Now when aliens engage on top of the gate, you can flip from around the corner and put a couple of bullets into the backside. One Marine dragged off the front line to put pressure on this tunnel. That's 2 Marines off the front line. Only 3 Marines guarding these series of gates, but that should be enough. Marines on the exterior being cleared by this alien pack play. Domestis. 2 shotgun shells will be enough to kill that Skulk as he tries to take a little bit of damage onto Nanogrid. Put a little bit of damage. Ooh, Fade going down. You could see that happening in slow motion. Blend missing a swipe against 1 Marine with a shotgunner rounding the corner. You saw him pretty committed to that engagement, wanting to make the big kills there. And didn't read the fact that there was a shotgun right around the corner. Now Night Fury again, the only fade. Night Fury able to hold on to his life form, and it's incredibly important for the viability of this team. Dream out of the hive for a moment. And we do see more Gorge aggression. Solid gonna slide his way out of that room as another fade versus shotgun engagement takes place. Green Rex helping out his buddy, putting enough spikes onto the Marine in order to make him quite fragile. But one thing for sure, we won't see any Onos out from this alien side for quite some time, with Green Rex's lurk being the closest to that higher life form. 2 Marines pressuring the alien res. 3 RTs is incredibly important for these aliens to hold. Infamous now pushing the hive, pushing out the lurk on his own. 2 Skulks, though, do clean him up. Finally, lurk spikes do clinch the kill. That's a shotgun and a rifle. These combinations are very well thought out. We haven't seen a rifle without backup from a shotgun, or shotgun without backup from a rifle. More like it. Oh, Meph misses a big meat shot. Misses another one. Hits the Gorge, though. That was his target there. Would have been better to flip on that fade, maybe garnering the kill on Night Fury that we've been looking for. Or the Marines have been looking for. Gates are open. Dom just gets through in time. Nobody's sitting on the gate at the moment, so the crush doesn't quite come through. Shotgunner through the gate. Super dangerous moment for that fade player. Infamous. He almost kills the Gorge. That would have been a little bit of a victory. Solid being a Gorge all game long. Jetpacks now being started. 3-3 on its way. This Marine team is feeling pretty happy about their upgrades. Nobody on the gate at the moment. This is going to be, if we just had one more life form here, he's scared away by the scan, but it's just a false alarm. He could have probably taken that gate. Now he's noticing that nobody's come through, but it's too late. If only he had stuck the gate, but we have the information that he doesn't. That scan seems very intimidating for most players. It means that Marines are probably just about to come through. The Marine commander scanning that gate, giving the Marines a good sort of timeline for how long that's going to be able to survive. Green Rex now trying to find some res lane pressure. Green Rex running up against Infamous. Doesn't want to take the fight. That's the right decision. There could be another Marine right around the corner, and Infamous on his own, even on a rifle, is a scary Marine to play against. Holding on to these life forms is the most important thing you can do in this match right now. You're on such low economy. Your team is feeling rather poor compared to the rich 6 RTs of the Marine side. So holding on to the life forms is essential. Dream getting some back res pressure, playing out of the chair. Muff also. Marine side suddenly dropping a lot of RTs. One already down, but it's time to push. Jetpacks, shotguns, HMGs, flamers. It's the whole gambit of the Marine arsenal as we go into the hive for this final push. Most likely, this determines the game as we take Infamous's perspective. This hive under a ton of pressure. Is the call to trade? Is it to defend? It's a sloppy defense to start out. Already being pushed out of the room. Oh boy, that fade. So brave. Night Fury doing so much work for his team. We're going to take his perspective now. It's time for a little alien love. Night Fury, you can see him trying his hardest, but there's just too many Marines, and the beacon will save the weapons and the equipment of this Marine team. The damage has already been done on 3 RTs. This alien team, oh my god! Will Night Fury be able to get out? He does in this occasion. Wow. Really strong stuff from this Marine team. Getting the entire arsenal of Marine upgrades. Advanced support even finally being finished. There's nothing that this alien team can do except they find a moment when Marines are off gate. This is such an important kill. If this gate goes down, the fade is pushed out, but the gate gets down. The gate goes down, and a sneaky hive is dropped unassisted in pipeline. Is this the gambit that will get this alien team back into the game? Still, Night Fury's fade from the beginning of this game is alive. Night Fury absolutely playing out of his mind, keeping his team in the game. He's the man of the match for the alien team so far. Will he be able to impact this fight as nano shields and cat packs come down for this Marine team? Does clinch a kill against a jetpacker. Always important. Dom, though, either on recap or just, doesn't even look for this hive. Doesn't notice it as it's building. He will eventually pull his head up and notice that tendril of the alien hive hanging from the ceiling. Maybe he's called it out, maybe he hasn't. But it's just a moment or two before he discovers the hive. Infamous is murking for this Marine side. A very strong player to suddenly join your team. But it was okayed by both teams beforehand. Solid. Poking with Bile Bomb, but not committing. Could a base rush be the way that this alien squad wins? How did this go unnoticed? Domestus not quite noticing the hive building. It's so slow without a drifter or a gorge, but it continues to go up, and sometimes that's the gamble you have to make. Don't assist the building of the hive just so that you can do it secretively. Muff up on fade again, but for how long? Night Fury flying around the ceiling. We're going to take his perspective yet again. Oh boy. He's up in the rafters trying to find space for a little bit of passive healing. The hive is already at 70%, 60%, 50%. Just a moment. Muff flies in for a swipe or two. Green Rex's lurk goes down. They have to commit. They have to call it out. Bone walls are the important missing component right now. We really need an active alien commander. Where is the PvE? Where are the bone walls? You have seconds on the hive. And the hive will go down. There's the bone wall finally, but just as the bone wall comes out, so too does the GG. Excellently played by everybody on the field. Marines eking out a victory. Some interesting moments near the end of that round, but oh, you can see how excellently these life forms played. Night Fury, once he got that fade, he didn't die until the end credits, and Green Rex only losing a few life forms was an incredibly impactful lurk for most of the game, but a few players on the bottom of the scoreboard not contributing to that kill-death ratio as much as you would have liked. And let's take a quick look at the end game stats. Just letting you absorb that while I catch my breath after an incredibly active round. Weapons 3 at 15 minutes. Good res gain for the Marines. All the way through, they held 4 RTs until the very end. But the upgrades came in before that loss of RTs. Not enough res pressure from this alien squad. Neck and neck with kills, but led by 2 members of the alien team. It wasn't distributed enough between the players. 60 accuracy for a lurk player, because that does include some spikes, is pretty good. Speaking of accuracies, look at these Marine accuracies. Holy crap. Several Marines above 30% accuracy. Meth at a whopping 37% accuracy at the end of the round. Such dedicated, such powerful players. You get the feeling like if they were able to field Infamous in every one of their squads, this ELOgain side would be absolutely devastating no matter which team they go up against. Let's see now if Gorges Gone Wild have an answer. Yeah, again, also just like a few housekeeping things. I'm sorry about the errors on stream. I have no idea what would have generated that the resizing issues that I had to deal with. I should have checked. I noticed on this overlay, but once the game got started, I just didn't see it until it was a little bit too late. But I did eventually catch it thanks to somebody pinging me. I really do appreciate you guys communicating. Just taking a little bit of a breath after that round. Catching up on chat. It's cold in my house. It is cold. You know what? I am going to switch my stream so you cannot see me. I'm going to put on some sweatpants. The new round is about to start. So just give us a moment. Oh shit, where are my sweaty pants? Oh, I am going to be so comfy in just a moment. You'll have to forgive me. Oh yeah. I've got these fucking nylon leggings that are like thermal leggings for backpacking. It's very, I know, alluring for all the members. Just thank God V-Man isn't in the chat to harass me. Alright, I'm just being a human for a second. I'm going to run to the bathroom. And the game has started. Nothing too unusual from this Marine side. I liked Crowbar's decision making in the last round, where he had a partial power build in order to get himself out on the match. Out on the map, excuse me. Datsu playing Gorge. That's a position we don't normally see him play. Let's take his... Woo! Infamous getting a good flank. Ooh. This is a hard start for this Marine team, although Blend did have an opportunity to go... Look how far forward this Gorge is playing. Not yet building any RTs. Does turn around finally. But yeah, just taking that fight, making that fight the priority. Interesting decision making in the opening moments for both sides from this ELOgain team. Willing to try some new ideas. Infamous gets the first bite. Those babblers taking some damage. Solid though, playing Skulk on Marine side. But gets caught on the reload. Rocket Skulk does accomplish its mission to Uranus. Muff now putting pressure on the base. Oh, doesn't quite kill Muff there. Dream, the Marine commander, also not quite connecting. Datsu again playing so far forward, all in the event. That's a scary place for a Gorge to be. Infamous, though, gets the flank. Green Rex going down to Infamous. Datsu taking the corner of the room. Both Skulks are killed. Datsu has to make his quick retreat. But, you know, in the tail of the ticker, the tail of the tape, at the end of the day, it took the Marine team last round quite some time to establish that fourth RT. And so it's relatively similar to the, at least in terms of income gain, except now, though, we've got Skulks on both sides of the map hitting Marine back res. If either of these RTs go down, it's a huge loss for this Marine team. Muff in a 1v run against Meth, and does take him out before he's able to do substantial damage to that RT. He has taken about half the life off of it, though, so that is substantial, some might say. Datsu really playing a smart Gorge. A little friendly fire as they build the RT. And a leaky Skulk getting through the back lane of this Marine team. Unfortunately for the Marines, there is some life on this RT. Solid Snake sticking to building that armory. It might have been better, a little bit safer for his team had he just run directly to topographical. Only a moment or two left on the RT's life, but it's able to be clinched by this Marine team. Now, having this armory feels very good because you come out on the field and weld your resources, but Green Rex. Oh, is spotted out just barely. Puts a ton of damage into that lurk, but there's plenty of backup there. Ooh, that was an interesting little graphical thing. Oh, if he was able to sneak that Skulk behind these Marines, that would have been great. But the Marines do get cleared out of the field. And now Marines in a tough position, losing their first RT of the match. But you can see how long it takes to weld, how much time that means you're not spending aggressing onto the field. And Meth is able to take that fight. A few of those med packs connecting a little cleaner might have changed the outcome. Green Rex again finding the position. Welds crowbar in the last second of that engagement. Blend out on the field, pressuring Domestus. But doesn't quite clinch the kill before the RT goes down. Now Marines on a paltry 2 RTs with a third being built. A lifeform kill here would be so important to get back in this game. And Lita half his bar taken away. Meph almost at full life with Gorge right around the corner. And again, Skulks are leaking as these engagements happen. The lanes aren't being properly controlled by this Marine team. Green Rex crouching around so many corners this round. There is sort of a joke among NA players that that's sort of a Euro thing to do, but if it's Euro to use your brain, then it's good to be EU in this case. Green cutting the chain. A little late in the game to be super impactful, but will cause the cis chain in pipeline to start to die. Green Rex now dragging the whole team, looking the wrong way, but still whips around. That sometimes is due to lag. It looked like he was looking the wrong way, Lida flying directly into him, but in fact he was actually seeing that lurk. Sometimes that does just happen in this game, where any millisecond of difference can really change the equation. Lida, such a strong player, might not have lost his lurk otherwise, and those are the moments that make you pound your keyboard. But man, did the Marine team need a lifeform kill right there. And Lida should have been aware that that was a possibility. So here we are with one lurk down and significant pressure on this building hive. The Drifter has been killed. Datsu's Gorge just around the corner, hiding. But if the commander can land some good meds here, this could be game defining. The Gorge goes down and possibly a new Drifter death. And this hive room is taking a ton of damage. You got to be worried that the call might be going for base, but the fate of the game, the storyline of this game, suddenly spinning on its head as the Marine team takes a aggressive position. This hive will go down before the reinforcement, but the Marines are doomed to a quick wiping up. Caught mostly on their reload. Green Rex not holding the gate though. Reinforcements coming through the spawn queue. But boy, there was a moment there where the aliens could have really pressured that gate. Our omnipotent viewpoint showing that Mephiles, such a strong player on the last side, is going to be an equally strong player on his lurk. Let's take Meph's perspective. Oh! Let's take Meph's perspective. As he attempts to clear the Marines, but doesn't quite make it out of the room. Oh boy! 2 life forms down, now only on fades. It's so... Domestus barely making it out of the room. Maybe they didn't hear the call that there were 2 Marines there. Crowbar now on Gorge. Hopefully we see Datsu saving up for life forms. He's an incredibly strong player. And although his Gorge had a ton of impact, it'd be nice to see him on a higher life form. Marines recapping. A moment of calm in this game. But how much longer will that last as a crush is assembling? But a crush versus 4 Marines? That's a Marine-sided moment for sure. This Fade in a huge amount of trouble, but nobody paying attention to him. Instead, calling out the position, not the life form. It's time to pressure Nano. That's the call. Don't chase the Fade. Don't get lost in the weeds. This is how you win games, by controlling resources, by controlling area. There is, in fact, a whip sitting idly in the side of the room. Could have been a little bit more effective if it was sitting on top of the on top of the tunnel there. Once the whip does mature fully, it can have a ranged attack. Oh, Domestus dying around a corner. We missed that on stream, unfortunately. But the gate and the tunnel have been traded. So this Marine team can't fully take advantage of their position in that room because they're forced back in order to build the gate back. And now the RTs for the alien squad. Have you seen 7 RTs on Vale in quite some time? I certainly haven't. Now one more time, the aliens will be pressured. Muff running right up and giving that whip a hug. Maybe a little unnecessary. Oh god, what? there's a little bit of miscoordination there. Green Rex with his welder out. It's not something we want to see from Green Rex. He knows better. This is a key moment to control the game. And here he is welding. One RT will go down, though. Important for this first Marine to live. Now they have to wait for reinforcements. Their back line being chewed up. Still. Did I say 7 RTs and I was totally wrong? It was 5 at least. Did it actually say 7 or did I misread the score line? I probably misread it and people are laughing at me. But anyways, 4 RTs with there was previously 5. That's a ton of res, especially for this map. Vale has such long run distances that a res lead on Vale feels just so strong. Things happening very quickly, controlling the camera and casting the game. I do tend to make some errors. Infamous running into 2 shotguns. If their blasts were a little bit more on point, a little bit more synchronized, that could have been a dead fade. But this looks like a dead hive as Marines stop pushing Nano in order to pressure hive positions. They say 3 hives is 1 too many. But Infamous coming in from behind gets all the way into the room and on top of the Marines before a single person turns around, and Green Rex yet again splitting for the rest of his team, almost killing Infamous. Again, Green Rex, I feel like just a little bit more consolidation, a little bit more coordination. He's such a strong player. He's so good on whatever team he plays on, but he got a little bit further ahead. Does kill the Gorge. That means this hive doesn't go up a lot quicker. That's an incredibly important position, or you know, it might be worth killing that Gorge to push forward, but his buddies get sliced up from behind. Another gate going down the neck. This time they want the hive to fall. 4 Marines here. That means only 1 on gates, but the crush comes in on the 4 Marine pressure. Night Fury's perspective as Green Rex kills Datsu's fade, or no, whose fade was that? That was Datsu's fade, which was only up for just a moment, it seems. So short, I wasn't actually sure it was him on fade. Shotguns in the hive, 1 more fade. Oh, 250 damage on that fade. Only a little bit of health left on that fade player, but he does get out. Infamous able to hold on to his life for blend. Not quite able to kill that Skulk as he was chomping his feet. Holding on to those guns are very important for this Marine team. Only on 3 RTs as this game and continues to progress in the aliens' favor. ELOgain in a strong position. This has to lead to a hive kill. Now the hive fully up though, making it that much harder to make this work. Muff finding his way into a corner. Marines being separated both by bone walls and by their own positioning. But the hive is taking damage and there's no aliens currently on. Infamous trying to jump in between shotgun shots to try to do damage on the forward pushing Marine. Night Fury versus Infamous. This is a classic fight. Who will go down as a victor though? Infamous barely holding on to his life form, getting plenty of heals, hiding behind the bone wall. Good pressure from this Marine team. Gorges goes down to rifle fire. Infamous hiding in the hive, trying to buy himself some space to get out of the room and heal up a little bit more. You do not continue to heal inside the hive. So Infamous taking this perch at the top of the room. This hive looks to go down. At what point do you say, sack it, boys, we're going on back res? Marines, each resource tower so important. Only 3 of them up, and Skulk has leaked through. This hive does go down. 2 fades up yet again for this alien side. But Marines take the room. And 2-2 shotguns looking pretty strong for this Marine team. Oh boy, Green Rex versus the rest. Green Rex versus the world. Infamous going down on half health. Nobody there to quickly respond to this RT dying though, and it's probably going to go down, putting the Marines back on 2 res nodes. That's not enough. Green Rex, the solo man, annihilates that Skulk. As you might expect, not enough damage on these fades. The only remaining gate is all the way out there in the neck, which means it's going to take a while for the Marines to get anywhere on the map that is aggressive. Advanced weapons comes out. And now the aliens are on the phase gate again. This could be a GG scenario. I doubt the Marines will tab out of this map quite yet. But the fact that they have no gates on the field and only 3 RTs, this is a very dangerous moment for them. Green Rex unable to kill this RT on the other side of the map. Aliens still at 5 res nodes. Calm waiting on res or not? Not waiting on res. Wants to get a gate instead. That's the call. Have to reestablish their foothold on the map before getting any money. Glenn taking the back of the room, but half of the clip already expended. Oh boy. Infamous going pretty low, only on half health there. Another RT falls. Marines back down to 2 active res nodes in just a moment. They might be able to hold it. At least they're able to retain that heavy machine gun. At this point, just as important as the RT, maybe even more so. So a good catch. One little bright spot for this Marine team. The flow of the match being controlled now by the alien team. So much less happening than a few moments ago. Marines now in a dangerous position. Their res is so exposed, only having a gate and topographical. But you don't want to have that neck gate as your second gate. It's just too defensive. But the fact is, the aliens have a tunnel right around the corner, and you don't have a gate anywhere close. What are you going to do when they put the pressure on? Night Fury putting a lot of damage out on both fades. They just tanked those bullets. But when you look at their HP bars, they're both at full still. Not exactly sure where those bullets mysteriously melded off to. Green Rex dragging the entire alien squad onto the other side of all the life forms of the alien squad onto the other side of the map. But with this tunnel right there, it's easily reinforceable. Will these fades run into this group of Marines? No. Smartly, they take the long way around. Infamous now in position to put pressure on the gate. Night Fury being pulled onto res is dangerous in this moment. The gate is completely open. But instead, no, Infamous sticking the gate. That's probably the right decision. Actually, the call has changed. Commander saying, hey, don't worry about the gate. Worry about the Marines on our res. They're not... Oh, this round... Oh, good meds from the Marine Commander in that moment. Blends and Muff holding on to their equipment and their lives. The position of this Marine team able to put on a little bit of pressure, but only 2 RTs this entire time, and with no reinforcements coming around the corner, these med packs are just too expensive to hold on to. This could lead to a GG. The fact that no more weapons are coming out on the field. I can feel it. I can feel the frustration coming out for the Marine team, but they're holding on and finally dropping skylights. The fact that they put that RT down indicates that they want to stay into this game, so a false moment from your caster's position. This is interesting, very dangerous with only 4 res on the ticker. Night Fury goes back towards... They just can't afford to be in this room for too long. Night Fury, though, must be respected. Almost taking that fade out. Total black bar. Just a luck that he got out in that occasion. Back res being pressured. Both sides of the map. RTs can't even go up under this onslaught. But the weapon is retained. Oh! Night Fury barely able to hold on. One parasite away from death. So important that he does not go down. The fade almost goes down. Looked like he was toying with his food for a moment, but basically almost died. Domestis now on the Nonos. What can this Marine team do? Stuck on 2-2 for so long. Onos with Bone Shield is pushed out of the room. Welds come out, but the gate is open. This is a dead gate for sure. Oh my god, Blend says no way. Almost killing the Lurk as well. Really close to losing that gate. Gate's still in tons of danger. Where's that Onos playing? Domestis getting a little lost back here. If that Onos was in that fight, that gate would have gone down for sure. Drifter dies around the corner. Infamous takes a lot of damage, but soaks bullets. Onos is on top of the Marines, and no life forms have died. Onos could get on the gate. He's a little bit distracted by this Marine. Enough for Dream, the commander, to jump out of the chair. I think that might have been a moment where you had to emergency beacon in order to get guys through the gate. Now this gate is dead, and that will probably, for the third time I will say, be GG for this Marine team. And there it is, the GG call. And that will conclude map 1 on Vale. Whoops. No, why is that being added? There you go. Okay, we're switching servers real quick, so give me just a moment. Doop doop doo doop doo doo. Alright, I'm gonna have to get crazy to give me the password. Okay, nice, I've got it. Okay. Loading into London, where the rest of this game will be played. It's gonna continue to. This is gonna be even more favorable for ELOgain. ELOgain is really playing well this round, but they have an addition. Their Merc is a fantastic player and my co-caster for the rest of the day, Infamous. So we're only about 30 minutes from the start of next round. Hopefully this, I mean, like, I'd love this game to go the distance, but we might switch over, especially if it's looking like one team or the other will be taking the round or the match. At the moment, looking to be favored in ELO's favor. Having... Oh, this will be interesting. I don't actually know. It's unreadable. Opened up Agri to increase travel time from falls. Removed bridge to Agri jump by removing the ledge to jump on. Increase the height of the something doorway to the right of atmosphere, leading to the arc spot, making armory blocks less powerful. Something aliens can now move bile a little bit easier. That's what it's saying. Add starting cysts to left side of atmosphere hive to reduce the number of cysts from 5 to 4. This is actually kind of important information. It's funny, it's sort of easier to read when it's on the stream because it's a little blurred and a little bit smaller. That's kind of weird. I'm looking at my OBS, of course, not the stream. But yeah, and then fixed line of sight in a room. Yeah, so those are the updates to this hive. This is Biodam, not Biodome. So there are some tweaks from the vanilla version of the map to make it a little bit friendlier to competitive. These are tweaks that have been discussed by the community ad nauseum. I think there is some feelings now that removing this jump and moving this back, now all of a sudden atmosphere is like super alien sided. The combination of removing this jump and moving this RT, it is a little bit, you know, there's definitely some discussion between players and the map modders. But let's take a look at this little room added in the back of Agri Labs. Our little pumpkin patch on theme for Halloween. Happy Halloween, y'all. Yeah. This makes pushing into Agri, this room now kind of without function. Still a decent place for a gate, but yeah, this changes the momentum of the alien side quite a bit, having their back res being so much safer. Oh, I'm just seeing chat now. It's not a best of 5 or best of 7. It's just 2 maps being played. So a total of 4 rounds. It could go 2-2. But those, you know, in this group stage, I guess you call it a group stage, we're counting the points. So individual victories towards one team or another do go into your overall standing. And I don't know exactly how that's calculated, but the game is about to get started. So that's how we do it here. I need to be switching to this one. Sorry about that. And the first round on Biodam, this should be interesting at the very least, because we don't get to see this in competitive play all that often. And Skulks. 4-1 split. Both sides being sisted. Seeding, getting a lot of pressure. Commander building with 2 drifters on either side. Doesn't seem like there's a gorge yet. Maybe there won't be. Seeding is gonna not be built, but the fact that these Marines could get all the way up into filtration and Agri Labs at the same time could be very dangerous for this alien squad. Drifter doesn't go down, but the RT is not up and doesn't have a whole lot of life to tank. Oh boy, desisted, starting to take damage. One more rifle clip. You almost wish that Infamous just piled that into the RT. There's a moment, if the commander is very quick, where he could resist, but this RT is most likely going to die. It would have to be assisted already for that to survive. It's going to be close. The Drifter building it, giving it just that much more life to just barely survive. No alien LART has been lost, but the entire sys chain has gone for naught in infiltration. The Marines now on 4 RTs. The aliens stuck on 3. This is difficult. I think on this map, especially pushing 3 life forms all the way up into seeding, the correct move would have been to go for Hydro. If you're going to lose all your life forms, not lose, but their positioning being so committed to being around the corner in seeding, you should really, I don't think expanding to both sides really makes sense. Aliens have enough to drop another RT, but don't have the position on the map to quite get it there yet. And they're forced to split between this pressure through Agri, which is still achievable, and holding on to their res lane and like establishing further positioning. Blend taking his fight versus Lita. Lita going down to Blend. Now Dome alone on his side, putting some pressure onto the assist chain, making it that much harder for the alien commander to expand. This is the story of this map now. If they're able to get into Hydro and establish that Infamous, playing very sneakily, finding yet another way to get into Agri Labs. This RT so close to going down. Mephiles taking Green Rex from across the room. It's just a moment or two. Infamous with the good pick on this Skulk. Gonna get caught in reload. But the RT does go down. Now the aliens on 1 RT only. Their base RT. And only enough. Well, they have enough to redrop both RTs. But not if the assist chain is cut. This is a very demoralizing moment for this alien team. What can you do at this point? I think I would have liked to see a Gorge. Maybe even still that Agri Labs is such a pressure point. Maybe still, even though it's all the way been in so many updates have been applied to that portion of the map, maybe it's worth clogging up somewhere over here. Datsu putting pressure on the base. Commander still in the hive. Blend probably asking for some assistance. Dream finally getting out. Goes down to Datsu, but Datsu does get cleaned up. The fact, though, that all these aliens had to be pulled off the front line just in order to do that. Solid going for a Gorge tunnel. It's their only hope in this round, and it's the right choice for this alien squad. His egg is building, and Lita's gonna hear it. Oh no! You hate to see it. Oh my god. He almost left the room. That poor Gorge, now marooned on the other side of this field. 3 lurks coming out at the same time during lurk timing. The birds are flocking together this time, boys. But Blend caught fighting Infamous. Green Rex and Blend clearing Infamous off the map. Oh boy. Ah, Muff almost losing his life as well. Birds make a huge difference, and perhaps the fact that they didn't go for an all-in in that moment actually lets them establish, finally, the fact that they're able to move quickly with life forms and individual fights should be able to be won. 1v1s with Lurk versus Rifles. The Lurk ought to win in a lot of those occasions. Oh, but not in this case. Blend already dying somewhere on the map. Only 2 Lurks surviving. Green Rex with the team on his back at the moment. His Lurk is extremely good, but it's gonna have to be. Let's take his perspective as the hopes and dreams of this alien squad rest on his shoulders. Oh, down to 50 HP already. He's gonna get out though. Muff, yeah, there's the GG. They can't quite imagine their way back into this round. And the alien squad looked like they didn't have the right ideas to play that map. Green Rex switching out for Datsu, I think. There might be a forfeit for the 4th round. Looks like Dream is not entirely sure if he's fielding a team right now. We'll stay in the match just for a little bit longer, try to figure out what's going on, but there might be conflicts, scheduling conflicts or something for some of Dream's players. They might just be a little bit exhausted by this. Oh, I suppose because the other game is starting and players from Dream's team were on that team. I guess there were mercs on both sides. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Yeah, it looks like the other game is about to start. Although it's scheduled... It's actually scheduled for 2 my time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. One more round to play. Yeah, let's see. Let's hope that they get another player. But if not, it makes our decision on whether or not to finish out watching this match a little bit easier. I think I might be getting ready to switch over. Playing more NS2 for you guys today. Sorry, there's a little bit of a lull at the moment. Trying to save some energy for that next round. Okay. And just so you guys know, the next match, if I take a look at the schedule, I can share this with you guys. So the next match happens at 5. It's scheduled here. Oh, whoops. It's cut off a little bit in my display. But it's between... it's between Snoofed and Saltier Skulks. Ooh, boy, that should be a fun round to watch. You guys do not want to miss that one. That's going to be a lot of fun to see. Let's check back in. They're still requiring a merc. So I might get ready for the next round to start. Gorges Gone Wild can field a team. I don't really know what you do in this occasion. I don't think it's really fair for them to force a forfeit. But hard to say. Crowbar says he's got a merc. It's going to be very quick to try to switch over to the next round. Like I said earlier, we've through the magic of production, me and Infamous has found a way for him to control the player perspective, and he'll be delivering that as a video to me in real time, and we'll be able to watch the match and do commentary on it, but the perspective will be controlled by Infamous, and I think he's gonna definitely be casting with me. But I think his idea is to do a little bit less of the casting and talking, so that I can focus on. So he can focus on controlling the camera. He's probably right, but he feels like he's got a good knack for where that camera needs to be placed. And this is a game that would definitely be benefited from a dedicated observer. So we're giving it a try. We're going to check it out on stream. The tech behind it is pretty simple, but it did take some doing. And there might be some points of failure, so it's good to try it out. But I can swap back to being in control of the play of the game if we need to. But yeah, I'm excited to see that if that works. I'm sure it will. By the way, we did do a little bit of testing, but for some reason it did screw up all my OBS overlays, which is very strange. So the other match is slated to start in 10 minutes, 13 minutes, and I think I will switch over to that match. Salty Skulks versus Snoofed should be a really exciting game. They're trying to decide on mercs right now, but honestly, I think being a little gracious is useful here. I know you already have a merc with Infamous, who's an incredibly good player, but a little bit of discussion back and forth between the teams on what mercs are allowed. Both teams do have to allow a merc for them to be allowed in the match. It's just how we roll out here. Yeah, it's up to the teams to be able to field the correct number of players. So I don't really know if Dream is allowed to get. I guess it's up to our ref whether or not he can win by forfeit, but I guess there's a chance King Yo could be joining us. Those of you who've been part of the scene for quite some time know that King Yo is one of those players that is just so good at the game. He doesn't play on any team at the moment, I don't think. But just like excellent player. Crowbar not happy about forfeiting this round. Still trying to find a solution that works. Maybe they can trade King Yo to the other team and yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm about to switch over and let this drama ensue. Infamous is going to be... He's the one... If we have to... I don't know. He's the one who would be feeding me the stream if he's going to do the... If we're going to try doing the thing where he controls the camera. So, I definitely want to show that off on stream and test it out in front of the audience. But, I think I might be swapping over soon. Let's just see how many people are in the other server. I don't think they're going to start early. But it's too bad that there's this little back and forth happening right now. I think I think they would have had enough time to play if all their members would have been available. Dream sticking his ground. Okay, they will start this round, but I wonder if we will be able to see any of it before we swap over. I would like to see what a marine side or an alien side does if they put a tunnel down and are a little bit better about controlling space. Alright, this game is started. Kinyo, Infamous, Lida, Meth, all in the same team led by Crowbar. That's scary. Yeah. This is a very scary side to be playing against. Perhaps a better side than ELOgain normally able to field. But, you know, if their relationships extend to the people like Kinyo as a merc, then they are able to play him. And that's part of their team, I suppose. Crowbar readies for ELOgain. As we see the first moments of this match before swapping over, I imagine I will, actually. All right. You guys should message in the chat if you guys would prefer to see the other game. Marines. Aliens taking a very different tack this time. And this looks right to me. Giving up one side of the field, getting a quick Gorge tunnel at the hive location. This is how I would play this round, and I think it's a much safer way of doing it. The Gorge playing far forward, Kinyo on that Gorge. That was the gambit, is that if Kinyo plays, he plays Gorge. And this is an atmosphere tunnel that we saw, I believe I saw in a... I saw this in a mix. You know, the teams were practicing, and I saw them do this. It's a pretty strong position for a tunnel. You can't, with just a couple of clogs, you can't shoot it from the doorway. And yeah, it gives you a ton of ability to control the map. And already putting on a ton of pressure. Looks like a much healthier alien side for ELOgain, as this game is barely off to a running, and an RT goes down. 3 RTs about to be established. That's a marker that Gorges never was able quite to make. Duddy, though, putting on a little pressure. Dang, adding insult to injury. Going to take out the power as well. Domestis isn't able to get on top of the Marine. Duddy versus Meth. Marines likely to go up to 4 RTs in just a moment, but also likely to go right back down to 3 as Lita takes out this RT. Yep, RT goes down. In a fight between Infamous and Dream, Infamous trying to go next. Keeping an eye on the clock, trying to focus on multiple things at once as a Crag and a Whip to make sure that this tunnel doesn't go down. Even unattended, this tunnel will be annoying to kill. Duddy did end up taking out that RT and does take out another kill here. Duddy, a very strong player. Oh, Dream not able quite to med him through that engagement. But very valuable to keep Duddy alive. He was taking the pressure off of the entire Marine res lane. This Marine has just been sitting here, Blend, waiting for assists or something to come through. Little does he know, there is no intention from this alien squad to reinforce this room or to put RTs in this room. Again, the third RT goes down for this Marine squad. But this game will go the distance. The Marines have been able to hold on to some res, enough to get upgrades. One of those upgrades being grenades in order to clear this tunnel. That's the calculation. Infamous sneaking around the corner in between reloads. Perfect timing from Infamous as he easily wipes both those Marines off the map. Solid Snake now being the one on the res lane, cutting the cis chain in filtration. Solid with the big brain play. This is going to be incredibly annoying. Kingyo goes in versus Solid on his own. Madness. Gets killed for it. But you can see this is still very difficult for the Marines to clear. RT does not die this time. Infamous clearing the Marine on a recap. You can tell now, though, that there's basically zero Marine pressure coming out. And this will give aliens a lot of time and space to take the rest of the map. But what do they do with this space? It's hard. Anytime you put, I think it's almost stay on 3 RTs until this Hive comes out. And even though they had to drop all this PvE, that means the Hive is going to be very late if they do stay only on 3 RTs. Because it looks like they're going for all their Crag upgrades as well. Crowbar taking the fight in the back of the room. Does clear Duddy as well. Solid not quite able to reload his rifle fast enough. And now this RT will go down again. Muff and Blend. Blend now actually going to take out this RT again. Incredibly difficult for even a dominant alien side to hold more than 2 RTs on this map. It just is that way on Biodome right now. Infamous's lurk goes down, I think, to the solo, to Meth on the solo lane. Grenades are out. They're trying for this, both a concussive grenade and a whatever the other one's called. Preventing healing from the Crag and doing damage. Lita almost dies. Barely able to get out. Solid not quite able to finish that, but does finish off the Crag, now killing the Whip. All of a sudden, the Marines are starting to feel a little bit more secure in this map. It'd be so important if they can clear that tunnel. Muff fighting Lita on his own. Duddy going down. Yeah, lots of fighting around this tunnel. Finally, aliens are leaking behind this. Again, Blend on the off lane, but they haven't. I mean, like, I want to see Marines establish this as an RT. Like, the aliens are so unconcerned with the side of the map. I bet you could hold it at least long enough for it to be valuable in terms of P-res. You're spending money, throwing grenades, and now the Crag is back up on the other side of the wall smartly. This is going to be really hard to take out. Duddy now going to get attacked, but not going to lose anything. Kinyo back on the Gorge, going to fire down this hallway. Get a few hits, hopefully. Just a couple of ticks of damage can really change the course of a fight. Remember, with the way that the fights go in NS2, every bite is sort of like a level of armor. And if you can do a little bit of damage that equates to one less bite, it's basically like they had one less armor upgrade. I mean, that's not exactly the calculation that's happening, but it's something to keep in mind. Putting it over, doing enough damage, even if it's like kind of chip damage, superficial damage, but doing enough damage to decrease the number of bites. Sometimes a Gorge spitting from down a hallway doesn't seem like it would change the course of a fight that much, but surely it does. Infamous goes down slightly before taking out that RT. Now Marines on 3 RTs versus the Aliens RT, but Solid Snake behind on this back reds lane. Cutting the sys chain yet again. This has to be dealt with. You have to deal with that because the tunnel is not located on an RT. Kinyo again taking these 1v1s that are kind of dangerous. Kinyo though calculating it well this time. Blend unloading before able to do the thing. Kill the life forms. Ugh. Hive is finally dropped. Finally. You can see how long it takes to get res on this map. Sort of an interesting thing to deal with. The gate and base goes up though, so the Marines are feeling pretty happy about that. Fades are out though. And you could imagine them wanting to spend their P-res on shotguns rather than grenades, because guess what? Grenades do not fight fades very well. And now the Marines only on 1 RT without having Crossroads capped. The only thing that keeps this Marine team from GGing, I say at this point, is the fact that they have this gate in the middle. If they're able to clear this gate, the fact that they're on weapons 1 and only armor 2, it's just going to be, and no res towers established, it's just going to be too hard for them to come back in this game. Putting pressure on this alien team, though. No way they drop seeding before Crossroads. No, or Falls. No way they drop seeding before Falls. Muff, you're just waiting here for nothing. Yeah, you can see how desperate they are. They're not moving anywhere before they build this RT. It's so important. But why the heck is Muff stuck here? It's going to be ages before anybody can drop that RT for him. And meanwhile, the aliens finally starting to establish their 4th res tower. Thinking about the other side of the map and where to put that next tunnel. All the life forms are pushed out. Now these off-lane 1v1s are versus fades instead of just versus lurks. It's going to be incredibly hard for this Marine team to put on pressure. You know, the one nice thing of only having 1 RT on the map is it's very easy to go through the gate and control your entire res lane. Yep, this gate is a grind. Not officially. Muff says no, not quite yet. But it's about to be super grinder status. Kinyo healing on the gate. I'm surprised they even left the gate. With the Gorge there, I almost think they could have killed it before anything would have happened to them. And this is probably game. That's GG. Okay, just in time for the next match. I gotta quickly swap servers. Go next. Where's the next game being played? Oh, shit. Let's see if it's the new password.
Hey, Ozilla.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Fine. So I think we can start our cast now.
Yeah, I want to try it. I'm just gonna get into the server, and then I will mute my game volume, and we will swap to your stream. So once you can hand that off to me, please do, and we will up the value of a production.
What server are we going? Do we know who's the ref?
It looks like it's already NYC, and I think
Okay.
it's the default password.
All right.
I'm not sure if the game started quite yet, but
No, I don't think so. I asked them to delay.
nice.
I don't know if we have a ref or not.
I mean, if Crazy is still around, I think he'll be the ref, but hopefully we won't even need one.
Always good to have one just in case,
Yes,
though.
of course. Like this last one, it was really nice to have a ref in the server. Before it looks like they're readying as we get into the match right now. So ping me when you have your stream up.
Will do, man.
Yeah.
Just waiting for it to go online.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to double check with the stream to make sure that everything is working properly for a little bit, but looks like we got a second.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Check that out.
All right. So I'm going to open this. And then I'm going to move this over here. Your stream is not full screen. It's in OBS.
It should be in a sec.
Okay. Okay. So now if I go here and then do that, and then I'm gonna have to resize this.
Where's caster mode?
It's in. Oh,
I got it.
Shit. Wait, what the heck?
And it enables everything, right?
Yeah. All right. It doesn't enable everything, but it enables view models and some other basic stuff that you would have off.
Okay.
Okay, I've got your stream up now, and I'm getting audio from your side. Ooh, it's pretty laggy at the moment.
Is it? Is it still
Yeah.
laggy?
I don't know what's going on, if it's your stream or the capture window. It might be my capture window. Here, let me move it. Sorry.
Was it working before?
Yeah, hold on. I'm doing a little switching over here. OBS, need that to be here. Gotta go like this. Okay. Yeah, it was an issue on my end, I think. So move around the map so I can see if it's still lagging.
Moving around. Do you see it? It might take a 9-second delay. Remember?
Yeah. Hold on. Oh.
Is it good?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. So wait. With YouTube, somehow.
Didn't this work before?
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hopefully this works.
Jump into first person real quick.
Okay.
I just want to make sure it's a good viewing experience.
Is it all right?
It's okay, but it's a little chunky. Just yeah. Hard
Is
for
it
me.
too chunky?
It's on the ragged edge.
Do you want me to try to make it better?
I think we're really close, but the game hasn't started yet, so let's play around with it just for a little bit longer.
No, they want us to start.
Okay.
Let's give it a try. If it's bad, I'll do it next round.
Okay.
Can I say good?
Yeah, just say good. I have to turn off my in-game volume now.
All right. So you have your stream set up. Is the stream on?
Stream set up and on. They saw that whole experience, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll try to screw around with it after this if it's
chunking around. And if it is, guys, if it is chunking, please direct message me either over Steam or on Discord. If it's too unwatchable, I won't be able to look at chat with the way we've set this up right now. This is an experience that we're trying to play around with, and we really think would add a lot of value to the stream. So bear with us a little bit. We think it's the right decision for the game, and will free some of our brain processing power up to do the cast.
Okay, now we're going live with Snoofed versus Saltier Skulks.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna be ahead because of the delay in the stream. That's
fine. All right, so they started pipe. I'm interested to see if they're going to do the standard cargo C12 expansion. And they'll also try to get nano. Doesn't look like they're expanding C12, so I think they're just going to get cargo and nano immediately. Yeah, we have P-Stash as the Gorge here. He's going to get the tunnel.
Yep, and this is a greedy strategy, but it can really pay off if it works out for the Marine team. It's going to be very strong. I mean, for the Alien team, it's going to be very strong. 5 RTs established almost immediately, and it's hard to push through into East Junction to put any pressure on C12.
One problem I already see here is they want to get these RTs, but they only have 2 Skulks. They only have Datsu and they have Risk. And now they won't be able to get C12 because they committed 2 Skulks over here.
Yeah, on the other side of the map, we do see an engagement happening where Green Rex and Nano Noob clear that Marine. Yeah, your stream just went dark. I don't really know why. Now it's back. Yeah.
So Doggo's now going to go towards Dome and cut off the cysts here towards cargo. He's going to try to bring the aliens back. The aliens are being very defensive, all stacked in nano right now, but it allows the Marines to do a lot of pressure. Golden's just baiting his parasite right now to keep them contained. And yeah. So here's the big crush finally. They kill 2 Marines. Now they're baited towards Golden. Golden's really baiting them with the parasite very well. He gets into a good position. He's able to kill 1 Skulk. Unfortunately, he couldn't get 2, but it's fine. Doggo will not be able to get this RT. And Yams is trying to sneak despite a Drifter scouting him. Now he's laning even though he knows all the Skulks are down here in cargo. Is the stream still working?
Yeah, it is. It's working, but okay. I might pull the plug on it. It's a little too chunky.
All right,
I'm seeing it from my perspective.
You cast.
Yeah, sorry about that, dude. I like the idea a lot. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take it back over the camera and switch it back to our previous setup. Just give me a quarter second to turn back on the game volume and...
In the meantime, we have 2 Marines that are pressuring Nano, 3 Marines from East Junction. 1 Marine who's doing a slight pressure from System into Nano, and 1 going Y to Cargo. Phone luckily gets the kill and is able to continue his pressure in the Cargo. It's a really big pick by him.
All right, I'm back in my normal perspective. As we join back into this game, you guys are about a couple of seconds jumped into the future. As this tunnel get pressured by 2 Marines taking the back of the room.
The tunnel's now dead. They can save Nano. Oh, wow, they let the aliens go through the tunnel. That was not good from the Marines.
Yeah, 2 lurks simultaneously hitting those Marines at the same time, wiping them off the map. But it's up to the alien commander to reestablish that cis chain. So far, no tunnel been dropped, or tunnel hasn't been redropped, and now it's a crucial moment to see if this strategy pays off. It's already just been incredibly difficult to hold on to the res.
It hasn't really paid off at all because they lost cargo and were never able to cap C-12 due to the bad splits in the beginning. They will be able to save Nano if they can prevent the Marines from cutting the cis chain, and the Marines are stacking 4 on left side, which is going to be their main res lane now, and they're going to pressure right back into Nano. Nano Noob is there to try to do something, but he's by himself, so he's not able to actually stop the Marines, and because of this, the Marines will now kill Nano. The lurks are... Yeah.
And this is...
lurks are not in the right place.
Yeah. This is just one of those things, like, why are things standard? It's because the standard stuff tends to be a lot safer. It's always great to see some deviation in the standard practices, but especially on an unforgiving map like Vale, it was just a gamble that they took that just did not pay off this round. But the entire alien team is grouping now, and let's see how this pack play plays off for the alien team.
So Doggo's sneaking correctly, trying to get a lurk, almost does, and they have a Pecan Sam going down to kill cargo at the same time.
Yeah, already a
they
drifter
did not
fallen
need to
in
commit
cargo.
all of the lurks towards that one node when they didn't know where the other 2 Marines were. Okay, so they're able to save C-12, but cargo will die, and the Marines are still on 4 RTs, about to be 5. With shotguns coming up, this is going to be very, very tough for these lurks.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 4 RTs now lost for the alien team.
Yep. 4 versus 2. It's very painful for these aliens right now. Risk fails the ambush, unfortunately. Wake will get in. Won't really be able to do anything.
And we have
but he's still on the map creating pressure.
From P-Stash.
And again, Golden runs uncontested through Y, since we have no aliens on the left side of the map, is able to pick a drifter, and will now kill the RT as well.
3 drifters, 5 RTs possibly, unless Golden gets wiped off the map immediately. Commander trying to establish the cis chain behind this, knows he doesn't have a drifter on the ready. The Gorge is on the other side of the map. P-Stash not able to reinforce this node. It will go down, making a 5th alien RT up to that big res cloud in the sky.
Yeah, unfortunately, the aliens are not, they're just not playing, they're not grouped.
Well, and the one time they did group,
these Marines,
they got out of position. Yeah.
So now the aliens are relatively healthy. They should go immediately kill C-12. Okay, the lurks go back to the hive instead to heal. They have a Gorge up there, though. Since they're letting these Marines stay alive so long, you now have Yams and Doggo in Dome. Doggo will go, I think, for a longer
the
pinch.
pinch from Yams. Will this lead into a life form
No,
kill?
Yams is not in the right position, but Doggo is. Oh, it was a nice try from Doggo.
Oh, Doggo almost killing Creed Rex.
Almost, yeah. He just wasn't low enough when he came in the hive.
Pressure coming out, but Yams is cleared by Nano Noob. Barely reestablished. Yams not having a good time with the collision. A little upset, feeling like his player model was being invaded by that lurk. That's something that that some players do complain about quite a bit and does happen.
So Pecan Sam is clearing out the left side as well, keeping the Marines res lane established. Marines are still on 5 RTs, and they're getting the topo gate now. This allows for a lot of access to the right side of the map. They're able to easily pressure Nano and deny C-12 at the same time.
Wow, good meds. I don't think a single med was missed right there. That was a pretty long engagement, and Doggo stayed up for the entire time. But as desperate as it looks for this alien team, as many RTs that have gone down, they haven't lost a life form yet. Pretty impressive from these lurk players.
It is pretty good, and they're bleeding. Ooh, just as you say it.
Caster's Curse strikes again. Brutal, and Nano Noob looks to go down to... Yeah, that's Yam with 2 bird kills at the same time. Nano doesn't quite believe
These lurks are too scared. Yams used all of his ammo, and they're still just spiking, especially the one who's healthy. It's unfortunate. Okay, now we have 3 Marines in the base as well. This should be GG.
Yeah. There's hardly any way to come back from this with these type of Marines in your hive. Eggs will be bought, but with what money? They've already had to rebuild so much of their economy over the course of this game. A tunnel flops open in one last desperate attempt of vitality, but that will be GG.
Yeah. Good play from the Marines, and from the aliens, it simply seemed uncoordinated from the start, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just made a bet that 2 Skulks would be enough to hold that. But I think the whole advantage of having the pipe start is that it's kind of this hallway out of topographical is a little difficult to play around in the beginning. If you kind of overcommit to that and maybe only have 1 or 2 Skulks on the one Skulk on the other side of the map trying to just get paras, give you early warning.
It's a very greedy tactic what they did, and the Marines pressured with 3, which completely denies it because you have 2 Skulks there. 3 Marines can just brute force their way through that, and they don't have the Gorge because the Gorge's mission is to build Nano ASAP, so they get all 5 RTs online as soon as they can. They also didn't assist C12 directly from the beginning, which was a bit strange. That's why I wasn't sure if they would do it or not. And then they lost 2 Skulks on the Overlook side as well, when you really need to deny the Marine walking in from Y Junction.
Yeah.
You need to get a parasite to see where they are, and you need to deny them for walking into cargo to kill it.
Yep. That transfer from Y Junction into cargo, once you're in cargo, that room is so wide open that it becomes really difficult for the Marines or difficult for aliens to close that gap on a single Marine in there. You probably have to commit 2 Skulks, if not more, once they're inside of cargo. So denying them in that Y Junction hallway, so important.
Absolutely. And if you have the parasite, you can ambush anywhere that you want. It's a very Skulk-friendly area for ambushes.
Yeah. And just for those who don't play all that much competitive play, how important do you think those early parasites are? Game winning?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
Oh, the early parasites are incredibly important. The early parasites really prevent the Marines from pushing the way that they want. Me personally, when I play, I love to sneak around the map. If you sneak around when you're on top of infestation and don't hit it, a lot of the times aliens assume there's no Marine there. So it's really good to be able to pick life forms. In the beginning, it's not something you do so much because unless you want to kill the Gorge. But still, you're able to get into the position you want without the aliens directly knowing exactly where you are, so it's hard for them to counter you. If you're parasited and you're trying to push, very, very easy to get into an ambush spot and attack the Marine before he can see you.
Yeah, and that's just so important. I mean, especially with the level of accuracy that most of these Marines are bringing into this game on both sides. The fact that you can get 1 bite before they turn around and are able to shoot at you is the difference between being able to take those solo engagements and not. Even having multiple Marines in the same room, if you can have a very intelligent, due to information from a parasite, intelligent ambush, you're going to be able to win those engagements so much more often.
Yeah, and you can see that's also in the mid-game as well. It's why they kept killing cargo over and over. You kept having Marines coming from system directly into cargo unscouted. So the aliens never had any ambushes set up, or they had no info. They were just too focused on the Marines that they saw, and the ones that they didn't see on the map, they got to do whatever they wanted. And Doggo as well had a few different good ambushes because of this. He remained unparasited and was able to do it.
So a standard start from the sub-hive. Golden going to build that cis chain all the way to Nano. This ends up being faster for dropping those RTs than it would be for Gorge to Gorge directly in Nano. Actually not going directly.
It looks like he's going to lame up System instead. This is a fairly typical thing as well. They need to protect System because System is where all of their cysts will go and come from. So if one Marine is able to come in easily, he could just deny all the cysts towards cargo and the rest of the map. So Phone has 3 drifters. I'm interested to see if he just wants to cap everything on the map.
Yeah, it looks that way. Interesting choice from Pecan there to take 1 Marine off the map. But does end up getting the parasite, a Nano noob. So kills a Marine and gets 2 paras. one leading to the death of the Marine he attacked.
So the Marines are focusing heavily on Topo's side, which will be the res lane since it's the farthest away from the alien hive. Bone is scouting with one drifter.
Yeah, cool to see the drifter being used for kind of the most underrated aspect, this intelligence gathering that we've been talking so much about in this game. But now this drifter on patrol in danger.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just ignoring it because it's not really doing anything. They're already parasited.
Yeah, and if he shoots it, he could be unloaded when a Skulk comes around the corner. So it doesn't take the bait.
Now they're all going to come towards green because they know exactly where he is.
Yep, and he's threatening an RT on their, and on the other side they have a single Skulk playing and did win his engagement. That slowdown of just pushing through the Gorge lane is going to be enough for a Skulk to conduct an ambush, whether or not he has the info, just the fact that they're so slow. But Datsu now, unscouted, putting
Datsu without the parasite, he's able to get down there. Yams wants to get in, but unfortunately was a little bit too slow.
Already desisting.
Okay, but they have the Gorge here and 2 Skulks. They should be able to easily clear Datsu.
Still, because of the room, they have to play slow and smart. One Skulk already going down. Datsu absolutely obliterating.
Really well. Unfortunate, no meds, but really good kills from Datsu. Now, because of the 2 kills, they can push into Nano.
Oh my god.
They have 4 aliens spawning. They could kill this before the aliens can get over there if they use their pistols now.
Yeah, no way
they don't
that
even need to use their pistols, actually. Okay, we have 2 lurks, maybe 3 lurks going up if Yams lurks. Yep, 3 lurks. So 3 Marines and Nano. It looks like they're going to want to save it instead of go for base or go for res.
Yep.
They'll be able to kill 1 node, which is good. So green is sneaking, but he's too slow to get into the rotation. That's unfortunate. And they have a shift hive. Okay, so they're using enzyme. Very good by phone.
But on the other side of the map,
really powerful impact play.
Ritual is being annoying by completely stopping any spawning eggs whatsoever, completely clearing the room of objectives. Unfortunately, no upgrades out yet for this Marine solo pressure to really take advantage of. But yeah, this is going to slow down the aliens just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Now that the lurks are up, this is their real power spike. So if the Marines can kill 1 or 2 lurks, it's going to be huge. It's going to be tough for them, though, but let's see what they can do. Okay, so the lurks are now converging again. It's going to be an entire alien team versus these 3 Marines.
But
lurks really aren't that hurt. They can just re-engage. Risk is by himself. Yeah, Risk being by himself just loses that.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to get pushed out of the room, and now it's up to the remaining lurks.
Green Rex as well, being by himself.
Oh, Golden barely slides away. Yams taking some kills on the other side.
So they haven't actually done anything. The aliens or the Marines have not done anything on this push. They haven't desisted Nano. They're losing Topo. In fact, this just hurt them. They just wasted meds. Okay, now they're going to kill Nano. And they're getting the pipe hive. Yeah, this is what Phone wanted to do the whole time. He's preventing the pressure towards Dome with all the Marines just going Nano over and over again.
Yeah, and maybe with the first blunder from Foam, one of his 3 drifters does go down, but he's not going to mind much. Holding 3 RTs is enough on Veil, especially when the Marines are on 2.
These lurks don't even have upgrades.
Yep. Yeah, the whole gamble was to get this early hive, it appears.
So Marines are, what, 1-2? And they have an OBS coming.
Yeah, not quite to 1-2 yet. But the problem is they're going to have to spend a bunch of money on recapping. Green Rex with a good ambush, but doesn't actually connect. Yams coming back in. That's kind of a... It's a risky play, but it asserts dominance, that's for sure. Doggo with the flank.
Wait, getting low, but he'll be fine.
Doggo comes in, but it's too late. The other lurks in the front are not there, so it doesn't end up in a crush, but they're all healing on Golden's Gorge. Golden in the right position for reinforcing.
And now we have a 4 versus 3. Aliens should be able to win this. Okay, the Marines are all focused on different things.
Yeah.
They get everything low, but they don't kill anything because they all shoot different targets.
Yeah, that's too bad from this Marine team, but they're still scary for the aliens to deal with. But it's still
scary, but if they start to focus targets, they'll start killing stuff.
Yeah. They need to have clearer comms. I don't know if the Lurks are running different skins. I think sometimes that can actually go against you, so they might all be running vanilla. Oh boy, will Richel have enough time to get this beacon off?
Yeah.
It almost looked like it was gonna die.
He lost the obs though. Unfortunate. Now Phone will definitely get this hive up, and it looks like Phone will immediately go for the cargo hive as well to get 3 hives.
Yeah. This split from the Marines trying to hold on to their back res. You can see though that Nano is damaged. They could push it and get it, the alien team, down to 3 RTs. But if they do that, they're going to open up the map for the aliens to go and jump on their back res. The aliens are probably happy enough just with, you know, Nano is tradable. Yams going low, going down. Nano.
They finally kill 1 Lurk.
Yeah. Oh, Nano, absolute laser beam, kills another Lurk. Doggo goes down in a moment of hubris. Oh my god!
Nano. He almost kills the 3rd Lurk,
He almost kills Wake. Absolutely on fire. This boy has had his Wheaties this morning.
Yeah, so Nano did a great job there. But now they really need to carry this. They need to establish part of the map at this point. They don't have phase gates, I don't think.
Yeah, and it's crucial for this last Lurk of Wake to stay online. Otherwise, they might really be able to take advantage here.
If they kill Wake, they could potentially just push pipe.
Yep. Risk and Nano putting a little bit of pressure on. These RTs still low. Yam's going in with very little health. Just trying to delay, I think.
Yeah, but he won't be able to because these nodes are just too low.
Yeah. The alien crush is on board.
Oh, Risk doesn't kill it.
And Golden's there with the heals. Oh, boy.
Unfortunate Risk.
Yeah, just moments away from the game being in a much better position for this Marine team.
So now they're researching shotguns, despite having an obs and not getting gates.
Yeah.
It's a little bit all over the place with this tech.
Yeah, well, you already saw 1 beacon come out. I don't think it was
again.
Not necessarily a mistake with that beacon being necessary earlier on. But yeah, they're too broke to establish gates. 2-2 is ages away. You have to assume that they're going to put 30 res into getting gates in just a moment. So, 3rd hive being dropped. Could this be a Xeno game? Probably not.
Is there a way to see the biomass that they're? Oh,
yes, it's at the top of the
biomass.
screen.
They're a while away from getting something like that. He's gonna get the 3rd hive, and then I would assume get upgrades now because he has 3 spurs and he'll get 3 shells next.
Just mass ups, I guess. Interesting. Those could have been 3 shells though. So, you know, what do you think about the choice of getting that 3rd hive so early?
Well, this is a really greedy tactic. This is working because they're just dominating on the field right now. Versus a team where you don't have this huge advantage, this doesn't really work that well because you can just, without the upgrades, you should be able to kill the Lurks pretty quickly. Then you could just push one of their hives and kill unupgraded Skulks, and it's not hard. Then you lose your entire advantage. But in this case, they were able to stay alive, keep the Lurks alive, get pipe up. Now they can get cargo because they control both areas of the map, or both sides of the map.
Yeah. And Marines now caught 3 Marines with shotguns without a single rifle. Lurk at the end of the hallway, just endlessly spiking, finally now getting pushed out now that the gate has been established. But that was just annoying to deal with, and you can see on the other side of the map, the Marines losing skylights yet again, unable to reestablish their basic natural resource lanes.
At this point, they should just hold C12 and probably push pipe. They need to kill. They should kill one of these hives while they can.
Wow, Ritual getting out of the chair. 1 parasite from a Skulk made it seem like he wanted to jump out and maybe try to catch him. But Doggo now getting parasites on the back lane. These paras are so important. Doggo taking a lot of attention.
Now they're all pushing the gate. I don't know if they see these 3 Marines off of it.
I think they do.
Now they see it.
I think their idea was hit the
Pecan
gate.
should die. Pecan should die here.
Phone can get out of the hive and needs to.
Pecan, he ran through 3 shotguns.
Yeah, not going to make it out.
So now they can kill the hive now. They have no fade. They have no fade and 3 shotguns in the hive. They will kill this topo power though. So they'll lose the gate.
And you do have a shift for the aliens, so they could shift out these resources. But this these Marines again being caught.
Wake died.
Yeah,
that sucks. But he can relurk.
Yem's forced out of the room, has to go and heal. The room is currently gonna get cleared though. Oh,
Doggo with 2 extremely big kills. If those Marines were allowed to live.
Did you even notice power going down behind?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Wake killed the power up there with his lurk. He sacked himself for it.
Oh.
It stopped. It completely denied the Marine momentum for the reinforcements though, so it was worth it. Wake can just relurk. Or fade if he wants to. Golden is saving for Onos, it looks like. He could have faded a long time ago.
Yeah.
So they have 2 picks. Yeah, now they can easily push 4 because they don't even need to be afraid of...
Golden killing.
No, Ritual hops out.
Yeah.
Ritual hops out, and he dies!
And he dies to Golden. Golden now killing 2 Marines in the main base. There's no meds on this fight. This crush is going to come in from the aliens. Only Skulks and Lurks, but they're not afraid. There's no meds coming in.
There was no reason for him to hop out either because that IP was not going to die. It was just 1 Skulk. That's just painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a GG on that.
Yep. That was it. Damn.
They had a few opportunities to kill the Pipe Hive. If they kill the Pipe Hive, you can do something. I think there'll still be 3 upgrade aliens, but you can come back from it.
Yeah, with the shift hive being established first, you can even shift around your upgrades that are stuck in the hive. It couldn't be. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe that's part of the reason you want to commit to having multiple hives because you have something to trade. But that last moment was just dominated by the brain of Golden, pulling a Marine back off that gate. That was that alone was enough. But then
the problem was
killing the Marine who came back through the gate, and then Ritual jumping out in response and also dying.
I would say it was more of a mistake from the Marines. It was really good play by Golden, but Ritual should not have hopped out and died there. He shouldn't have hopped out at all, actually. And Greenrex, he was 2 bites, so it's okay if he dies, but he spawns and he should kill. Then he should kill the Skulk. But hopping out there when you have a push going on in the hive, when they're not about to kill anything in your base, I think at that point the Marines kind of gave up.
Yeah, no. When they saw their commander get out of their chair in their last-ditch effort to kill this hive with shotguns, how much P-res they had in the bank, not exactly sure, but it wasn't a much. And they just have their commander abandon them in terms of receiving support. All of those life forms, just 2 Skulks were able to kill 2 of the Marines in that push.
Yeah.
That was
unfortunate as well. Doggo had 2 massive kills as a Skulk. He killed 1 Marine in a bone wall. I think the Marine only shot the bone wall because he couldn't kill Doggo, and Doggo was able to kill him through it. And then he was able to also kill the 2nd Marine after the bone wall as well.
Yeah.
And Doggo killing both of those Marines by himself really relieved the pressure from the aliens. If those Marines had been able to live in the hive, they would have died anyway, but maybe the reinforcements could have got to them, then the hive's just dead.
Yeah, and we saw another moment in that game where it was close, where the Marines were pushing into nanogrid, almost killing both of those RTs on 2 separate occasions. Again, not a game-winning move, but boy, it would have made it a lot closer. Little bit of miscoordination, but great play on both sides. Phone and all the folks on Snoofed are just really smart players and really talented players. Oh, who is this unknown player in spec? Is that you?
No. Wait, maybe.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's me.
Huh, weird. Why is it coming up as unknown player?
It does that sometimes.
The server is just a little buggy. I think they were worried about somebody maybe watching that shouldn't have been, but it's okay. So Wake looks to be showing Pecan that there is still a way to make this jump. I don't know if that's true or not, but Wake was on the other side and Pecan was attempting it. I don't know.
I think they changed this map so you cannot do that. I tried to do it from the easy way and the hard way, or the harder way, and it's not actually hard. And both ways it just slides you off.
Yeah. Well, that's the intended decision here. Let's see. You know, it's how much res is it for a robo facility? 5?
5 T-res.
Yeah.
It's not a big investment to just pop that there and jump on it.
Yeah, and you don't even necessarily have to build it. You do get the collision model for the Marines if the blueprint is just on the ground. So potentially you could have somebody jump over it with the blueprint and then recycle it, returning. So the boost costs you 2 res maybe.
Yeah. Or you just leave it there all game, and if a Skulk pops it, I think it gives full T-res back.
That's right. Pretty there's a solution. You can solve this way that this map has been modified. Now the fact that the Agri Labs RT is a little bit further back and the Filtrations RT is 1 less cysts, there are still other things that this map has changed that make it slightly more alien friendly. But we saw both teams in the last round struggle with their alien rounds, struggle to establish res. I'm a little interested to see if that same bamboo pass tunnel will be implemented in this round. But yeah, I think this is a map which we are yet to solve for the alien side.
Well, let's see what Phone wants to do. Phone likes to do a lot of silly things, so interested to see what he wants to try this time.
Yeah, and it makes it really fun to watch. Phone always having his own ideas as to what works and what doesn't. Playing the moment, you know, taking greedy strats when greedy strats are allowed. You know, sometimes people just stick to the safest stuff even when that's not entirely necessary, but Phone will take every opportunity to make his own decisions.
Yeah, last game he did an extremely greedy strat. Worked because his field players were doing so well.
And
so let's see what they do this time.
Ritual, in turn, not to be underestimated in terms of greed, did do the greediest established opening that you can imagine, but boy did it fall apart.
Yeah, that was unfortunate too, and that was I really do think it came down to the field players just positioning themselves wrong in the beginning.
Yeah. So maybe you play 3 Skulks on that side, and maybe the Gorge doesn't even build the tunnel right away. I don't even know.
The Gorge can build the tunnel. You need to play 3. You can't immediately have 1 die. You need to get your parasites. So you can attack them if they come into C12. You don't necessarily need to kill them in East. It's nice if you do. You don't have to. You need the Skulk on the left side to get the parasite, not die, and ambush around Y or system. And deny the person from entering cargo. And if you can keep these RTs alive until lurks, that's when the power really explodes, because it's much easier to keep that all going if you have lurks up.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like we're starting.
I don't think we'll see. Yep, we are starting in just 10 seconds. And what will Ritual do to establish himself on this map? We've had such a hard time having aliens with a strong position.
So it looks like they're going to go for a tunnel on the right side. They have a 4-1 split.
Or do they?
Or maybe they're getting a falls. Will they go bamboo with this split? Interesting.
Maybe they're just looking for paras and then to converge.
Oh, they're doing a double cyst.
Yep.
Okay. And the falls tunnel there, interesting.
Very interesting, I agree. The tunnel has been established in the center of the map, but behind this tunnel, we're having both sides capped. The focus of the Marine team is now to root out this tunnel, but the res lane's so far unchallenged by the alien side.
So Nanonoob is able to get a parasite and a kill, not bad. Okay, here come the Marines, or here come the aliens.
Oh, big crush, but 3 aliens do go down.
They still have 2. P-Stash has to live.
Somebody needs to be buying eggs in base.
Oh no, he's gonna die now. Well,
yeah.
Gorge has to live for this.
Yeah.
Now the Marines are in great positions. Really hard to get them out of here. Let's see what they can do. They have to go before the other 2 Marines reinforce.
Trading off.
They do it. They do it, but they're low. They have 2 really low Skulks. They've spawned 3 waves of eggs. That's 15 T-Res. That could have been 1 shell.
Only... Oh my god, the Marines just flood in.
Once you lose the position with the tunnel like this, you just lose the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because Marines can just go all the way in the back of the room there, and it's just a shooting gallery. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
And look, Ritual just now finally dropping the RT in Agri-Labs as 2 Marines start to push towards it. Will this RT even get to breathe 1 breath of that resource gas before
They're both
dies?
parasited.
Oh
Nano
my
Noob
god.
got completely lasered. But the Skulks are not in good positions for ambushes because they're not in the room.
Yep.
Okay, the Marines know this, and now the Marines can just cover each other here. Okay, 4 Skulks go in. They did lose the Drifter. That's also painful.
1 more Marine to wipe. Doggo killing 1
Marine.
Wow. Line of sight, the way they retreat into LOS of the incoming Marine has been really beautiful to watch.
Yeah. They're playing it exactly right.
Pecan caught on reload.
That was good by Nano Noob.
Yeah,
So just this constant pressure, they're just getting stuck. That's 20 T-Res so far on eggs.
Oh, 25.
T-Res.
Keep that ticker going, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Every engagement has to be a crush because Marines already take the back of the room. There's not a single engagement where it has been that the aliens are ambushing. Every time it's been Marines walking in and establishing themselves, just taking heroic efforts to remove. Individual Marines dragging half or more of the alien team. It's hard to see, but filtration is now probably gonna be really in jeopardy.
And I find it interesting Ritual was biting falls because his teammate should have told him that seeding was really low.
Yeah, perhaps.
All right, so we have pressure into Filt. Filt's gonna die.
Yep, Filt's pretty
We're
dead.
gonna have 5 to 2.
Brutal.
We have lurks up now, though. We have 3 lurks, so they can come back from this. I don't think they really should care about the guy in Filt. I think they should be going all Agri. That's their only res.
But
Now
Agri
they should start aggressively expanding. With these lurks, they should really try to aggressively expand.
And which hive do you think
Seeding is still low. What?
Which hive do you think is the... Oh, God, Risk, does he know? He doesn't know. Yams almost gets a chance to laser that lurk down a long hallway. Those situations, even though this Marine has been stuck in the vent for absolutely ages, it's impossible for any of these life forms to rout him out of there. He's going to be able to get back on top the expanding cyst chain.
He's just trying to get a lurk right now. He thinks the lurks are going to go into the vent.
And
maybe...
They are still
now they
looking
know.
for him.
Now they know.
Yeah, Risk saw him earlier, but they just can't get him out of there. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he'll wait till he has another Marine who's able to reinforce him in Hydro. Because the aliens are trying to expand Hydro now. Or he'll just get out. Okay. And now he should just die.
Yep. The second he gets out of that tunnel,
Yeah, it was interesting.
he's dead.
So,
yep.
looks like the Marines are right now just kind of laning. They're not trying to push anything directly. We have a big crush again on the left side for one guy in Filt, but they don't have anything there.
Yeah, and I think the Marines are happy.
Good parasites by P-Stash. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, no, it's okay. I think the Marines are happy just to kind of sit back and lane properly and just be in the res advantage, knowing so much eggs have been used, or so much res have been used on
They're
eggs.
getting an AA now, so I wonder if they want to get HMGs to kill these lurks. Looks like Doggo picks up an HMG, so that's how they're gonna try to kill these lurks. Weapons 1 HMGs.
Oh my God! Interesting.
And he's doing a beacon to get HMGs out on the field. Or
was it a fat finger? Who knows?
I think it was a mistake. Yeah.
Phone not happy about that one. I'm surprised we don't see a few more guns.
And seeding is still 50% the whole game. Okay, now they're pushing 3. They'll push 4 towards this area. They'll call 3. HMG revealed itself. Oh, okay, 3 rifles, 1 HMG. And then they have 1 HMG in falls. This is extremely dangerous for these lurks. And the Marines, unfortunately, are already in the room. They lose one in the tunnel.
Yep,
but they also lose the tunnel. So I don't know if the aliens will really try for this. Okay, looks like Risk goes in by himself.
And Risk, living up to his name, is able to remove one Marine from the room.
He takes a risk. It pays off. They save the RT. They save the position.
Yeah, that time it was totally worth it.
Two HMGs are now going to move towards Agri. Okay, they revealed themselves. And then we have 2 more Marines pushing, keeping the pressure on in Hydro. Meanwhile, Ritual is expanding towards Plat, so we put the tunnel down on Hydro again, though. I thought he was willing to sack it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Nano knew.
They're not brave enough. Risk.
These HMGs are just missing all of their shots. Really good meds by phone to keep them alive, though.
Yeah, I think we had a point where if all 3 of the lurks engaged, there would be no way to keep those up. And yes, the first lurk did take some damage, but they weren't getting hit very quickly, like you were saying.
Yeah, very risky for lurks to take these fights, because HMGs can just, even if you have 3 lurks, with 2 HMGs, you can just kill 2 lurks very, very fast. Luckily for the lurks, they didn't hit their shots. Wake kills the Drifter. That's super annoying. It's good job by Wake there. Okay, so the Marines are going to get a phase gate in Agri to try to cut this map. Looks like they'll drop Plat and they'll trade for Bamboo, or trade for Canopy. Yam's coming up with a rifle.
Doggo loses his HMG in a place where it's not going to be easy to reinforce. That gun is lost. That is a risk of being a solo Marine with heavy weapons, even a shotgun or such. They're all $20, so that is something to be aware of. These lurks are not the only thing in...
So they got Canopy really low, they got Falls really low. Unfortunately not taking down either, leaving the Marines about to be on 5 RTs. They're 1 tick away from fades. 2 HMGs pushing in the Hive. They're just pressuring, they're not looking to actually do anything. They're just looking for a lurk kill right now. If they can bait the lurks into them. Doggo's doing the real damage here over in Filt, taking out that RT. Okay, and Risk is just spiking 2 fucking HMGs, this guy.
That's something you shouldn't be able to get away with.
Nano's doing the same thing, almost dying each time he does it. This is exactly what the HMGs want them to do.
Wow, Risk almost dying to Doggo. Ritual needing to heal his lurks. They can't go back to the Hive to heal because there's Marines in there already looking for these lifeform kills.
And nobody's resisting Filt, so Filt will just die from Doggo's pressure because of the... Well, maybe it will live.
Yeah, I might even peel off that Drifter to try to build that Sys chain. There's not a lot of time left. And there's
Looks like they're going to try to push this Hive next with Flamers and prevent the heal. They have 4 in the Hive now. Do they have Fades? Fades are... Risk dies, unfortunately. Fades are really late. That's who needs to fade right now. He needed to fade maybe 30 seconds ago. Honestly, he should just fade that there in that location. Every second he loses is really, really big.
Yeah, but no damage out on the Hive yet, and only one of the lurks having had died. Datsu's fade being up would be incredibly impactful. These lurks trying to heal on the other side of the Hive, but there needs to be a fade.
His fade being up would mean that this would be cleared much, much quicker.
Yeah.
Because the lurks, they don't have the kind... They can't tank the HMGs at all.
Yep. So
they're going to try again with... Do they have a... Yeah, they have a Flamer. The Flamer instantly dies. Good job. Oh, this is a perfect clear from the aliens. Great job. They don't even get in the Hive. They just die. Really, really good. Unfortunately, the Marines are sitting pretty on their 5 RTs with Canopy at 9% still. And seeding still at 50%.
Oh my god.
They just need some communication to tell each other these things.
Yeah. Alien squad not feeling confident enough to split their focus. Almost the entire game they've been a ball of alien life forms. They need to be a ball.
They have to ball versus this.
And the cats are dropped on the ground. This is an incredibly impactful moment as the Marines yet again take the back of the room.
This is huge. This is huge. If aliens can win this fight, this is going to be enormous. If Datsu dies, that's...
Wow, as soon as the fade goes up, he goes down. I don't think I even caught him on screen.
Yeah, if the aliens had been able to clear this, it would have been huge. But now the Marines should be able to win. 5 Marines in the hive.
Yeah, and they can't build eggs fast enough. GG comes out from Ritual, the commander.
That was pretty close. That was really close in my opinion. I mean, the Marines have a lot of P-res. Yeah, they can afford their guns again. But had they lost that push, I think they could have killed the gate behind it, and they could have taken all the res.
So ending that game with Weapons 2 and Demolitions and Armor 2 came up much earlier. I was missing it for a second. But yeah, that upgrade path, getting those heavy weapons because of how many lurks were on the field and because how slow the alien economy was, they knew there was going to be a long period of time without any fades, so skipping shotguns was the right decision. Shotguns are so impactful in the game, and you hardly ever see an occasion where Commander will miss it. But Phone with a read on the match.
I mean, the HMGs, what he was doing was just fine. They triple lurk, so HMGs are really... Shotguns, in my opinion, are very good at killing lurks as well, especially if you can sneak up on them. But the HMGs are just fine, too. That fight that they had in Agri, where it was 2 lurks versus 2 HMGs, the lurks should have died. They should have died. But they did well, and they won the fight.
Yeah, and I think more... I agree. I was bringing that up because mainly I think that's the decision that was made, is that verse lurks, we want HMGs. And you called it out real early, and Phone was right on the same wavelength.
Yeah. It's a typical thing to do now. It's part of the... I'd say it's part of the standard meta. You can get faster HMGs. You could also do weapons 2 shotguns if you want, or just quick weapons 2.
And do you know how the scaling works with heavy weapons, HMGs and flamers and stuff? It's slightly less.
They're super OP HMGs. I think they do, what, 12 damage, weapon 0?
Yeah.
So weapons 1, it's like having weapons 3 on these guns, and they have a lot of ammo as well. They have a larger spread, but it's not that large.
Yeah. And I think with shotguns, because they are this incredible burst weapon, the weapons upgrades seem more impactful, but I think you can stay on weapons 1 for longer if you get HMGs.
Yeah, definitely you can. The base damage increase from HMGs is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so the game has started again, and we have a 3-2 split from the Marines, and looks like we have a 3-2 split from the aliens as well. They're gonna get is he gonna get a plat tunnel? I figure, because he wants to be a bit greedy with the res.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants to go a little bit more forward.
Yeah, he's gonna get a plat tunnel because he wants to get all the RTs up.
And
he only has 1 drifter though. He's not going to immediately put an RT down at Agri, it seems.
It's been so hard for aliens to keep a hold of their res lane.
And if you look at Filt, you see how Risk is parasited. So Doggo's able to position himself however he wants because he's able to see where Risk is going. Okay, Risk not taking the bait as well. He's going to just try to kill the cysts. Doesn't really matter. There's no common there to met him.
And dies to Golden Spit from 100 to 0, all that Gorge right there.
Without meds, Gorges are very powerful. They can easily 1v1 a Marine.
Yeah, a single med pack or 2, and that calculation flips on its head. But Gorges, not to be underestimated ever since they fixed hit reg with Spit.
Yeah. Ooh, Nanonoob almost getting 2 Skulks. Doesn't really matter in the end, though. Now they're going for a quick hive in plat.
I think this is a really good idea. Typically, you might want to have your upgrades out slightly earlier, but
it's very risky. Look, they're at 17 P-res. The Marines can simply 3 or 4 push and kill the hive.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all they need to do. This isn't even a quick hive. This is just a very fast hive.
Yeah. They need to have aliens already in the room, and they're in the wrong position.
And you have the... Oh no, the Marines are splitting a little bit. Not sure if it really matters. Yeah. Unfortunately, they only have 2 Marines there, so this is very clearable. And they don't have Ritual in the chair either. So that means no meds.
Yeah, I think they didn't hear the hive drop. They just randomly... I mean, they went into the room expecting a tunnel, not expecting an alien hive. And
yeah,
the Marines
at this point...
Yeah,
I'm sorry, go.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you could go.
Okay. Well, we do see the linchpin, the keystone of the Marine aggression still being this back hallway through filtrations. Again, being so annoying.
They're not able to get anything done there, though. They are now attacking the hive, but they will have lurks within maybe 30 seconds. They're going to go for the tunnel now to try to deny the reinforcements. Okay, the lurks are coming up now. They'll kill the tunnel. They should be able to kill the hive. If Datsu doesn't die to Pecan, they'll kill the hive.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to just focus the hive now.
Datsu not being entirely as aware as he should be for LOS, but this hive will go down.
What are they doing?
I have no idea, leaving
Matter.
Nanonoob to do the dirty work.
Yeah, the lurks didn't come. Yeah, so this is why that play is extremely risky and not good in my opinion, because that's not a quick hive, that's just a really fast hive before lurks. And unless you're totally dominating the Marines at their naturals, they can just go in and do that.
Yeah, turns
now
out
we just lost 40 T-res for nothing, and they're on 3 RTs. It's not the end of the world, but it's not good.
Yeah, I think what Foam must have been thinking is that with a hive there, maybe you're able to hold your back res a little bit easier, being able to reinforce from that position, maybe even looking to hold Canopy as the next RT. But it really didn't pay off, and you were absolutely right that that was a risk that just wasn't the right idea.
I think that if he waited for his lurk ball to come up, it would have been totally fine. His lurk ball is dominating everything, as you can see now. So it was just the problem that he didn't wait for them.
Yep. Doing kind of the worst of both worlds in this occasion.
Yeah.
Having that quick hive, but not the blazing fast hive of an early drop, but still a little bit too quick because it was before his lurks came out.
Yeah. In any case, Marines are doing good pressure. They got the aliens down to 2 RTs. Marines, unfortunately, only on 3 right now. They have weapons 1 coming up. Okay. Looks like they're going to try to engage these Marines in Hydro. Risk almost kills Golden. And we have a pause coming up.
Good movement from these lurks, though. It was watching that fight, you got to see them just really fly circles around those Marines and find every angle hard to cover when your LOS is being spun around like a top.
I think the Marine in that situation you want to focus the Gorge, and I think the Marines did. They tried to. Golden went down to 1%, but they were unfortunately able to get the kill on him. So it was good movement by Golden as well, trying to hide behind the pillar.
Absolutely. Green Rex putting pressure on filtration.
Yeah, this is a really good move by Green. He knows that the lurks are in the bottom right side of the map, and there was a lurk that was on left side trying to ambush, I think, and he brought him all the way back. Unfortunately, he won't get the kill on the RT, but he does bring.
Tago forced out of the room, but comes right back.
He came back. He knew Green was out of bullets.
Yeah, heard that
Okay,
reload
so here's
on
another.
pistol.
On Hydro, you have another big engagement going on.
Yeah, this tunnel in danger of getting attacked. All the Marines taking a moment to weld. That's actually the right decision, even though it seems like a little anticlimactic. The only thing they get out of it, though, is a Gorge kill.
Yeah, that Golden got lag killed there, I think, too.
That tunnel just a little bit slow to slurp him up. That Gorge will go down, and Golden now a Skulk on the field. Also something to be worried about.
So here we go. This is what I thought they wanted to do. Now he's getting shotguns. They want to kill the lurks now. Shotguns are a good way to do it. We saw HMGs to try to kill the lurks last game. Now we get to see how shotties do it. Unfortunately, it's not weapons 2, it's weapons 1, but still should be able to get a good kill. And Golden is going to kill Nanonoob here because he's going to run by without checking the other guys. Yeah. Oh! Oh, get some help from Green Rex there. That was good. Nice try from Golden, though.
4 Marines now in on this tunnel. They have the
now they can
room,
go base.
and it's being sacked.
They can go base. They know it's 4. Here they go. And the Marines should know.
Yeah, Lurk's a little bit too slow to get behind the Marines and seeding.
Yeah, the Lurks are pretty slow. And they're taking a lot of damage. Okay, looks like they'll just get the RTs now.
Wake!
And Wake! Oh, no. Oh, no.
Barely makes it out of the room alive. There are Marines that maybe could meet him at the hive, but instead they're going for this RT. That's, of course, the right decision.
It's better to go for the RT.
Yeah.
Green is parasited, and no guarantee Wake will go in the way that you want him to.
Yeah. And this
So
RT
now they
will
need
go
to
down.
recap. So P-Stash doesn't know that Pecan Sam's here. It's going to be a good ambush. Oh, never mind. Pecan checks his corners.
Yeah.
Or P-Stash checks his corners. Good job.
Eyes on the top of his head in that case.
I think he was on the side, no? Like in the little corner.
Oh, from my perspective, it looked like he was above him.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yams gets obliterated, but Wake does make the clear official. Aliens threatening to go up to 3 RTs now that 1 in Hydro dies. But, yeah.
Yeah, they have shotguns up. They've had shotguns up for a little bit, but they're not buying them. Okay, Risk finally gets the first shotty. And shotties aren't revealed, so I personally think that Risk should play a little bit sneaky now and try to really not reveal this shotgun unless it's on a lurk that's going around. Okay, so Doggo's coming here. Yeah, he's sneaking up.
Oh,
nice.
boy!
Nice by Risk.
Doggo barely survives. How did he get out of that?
Perfect play by Risk, though. Great play by him. Nice try. If he had weapons too, that's why I'm saying weapons too, shotguns, he would have got them.
Yep. Yeah, and going back to our discussion earlier, with HMGs, you can afford to skip it sometimes or get it later, but not with shotguns. That burst damage is avoidable. Once that first shot goes out, if it doesn't clench the kill or very nearly, you basically can get out as an alien in most occasions.
Yep. Now, shotguns are, in my opinion, better to have versus the fades. HMGs are good as well, but you can dodge them with the fades a little bit. Shotguns, very, very hard to do that. Mm-hmm. They will have a fade here. Well, Pecan again is a little bit slow to fade. Seems like both teams have this problem.
Yeah,
so Pecan again. Maybe he's not going to fade because he's leading the hive. Maybe he's just going to res bite. Maybe a quick Onos is what they want. I'm not sure.
Yeah, when you decide to go triple lurk, your fade timing becomes at least a little bit more dangerous. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but a single fade is really not nearly as impactful as 2 fades playing together, swapping out and tanking bullets for one another.
Well, it's okay because they have 2 lurks alive still. If they didn't have the lurks, then I can kind of get behind that. But with 2 lurks, you can easily play with the fade.
Yep.
It's better with 2 fades, of course, but definitely doable. And okay, Golden is not near fade res yet. All right, so the Marines are getting a very strange gate. It looks like they just want to get a gate up on the field to control some res, but this gate is all the way back in a corner, very easy to grind, and it's not that close to any particular RT. Doggo's dead.
Yep, Risks just lands every shot on his shotgun. Really good plays from him. Doggo goes down, tries to lawnmower Risk, but Risk will not have it, returning fire and destroying that life form.
Yeah, great shotgunning by Risk this game so far.
Yep.
All right, so Marines they really need to recap at this point. You can't stay on 2 RTs. Now they're going to be up to 3. I assume that they're going to take Filt for their 4th. Then they'll probably... Okay, then they have 2 options. They could try to be really aggressive and get an aggregate to lock the aliens in. If they want to be more defensive, they could get something closer to seeding or analysis to try to deny Hydro. And they could also keep the res on top of that. Let's see what Ritual wants to do.
Nano whips 1 shotgun, allowing these 2 lurks to fly in together and take him out. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what... I hate to say it, but I'd be really interested to see how Cats would play this, because I think in this case, defensive gates would be pretty strong.
If Katz was playing this, we could have maybe like 20 gates on the map. I'm not sure.
I think in this, we've seen a lot of really dominant Marine performances, but in this game where the aliens have been able to hold more res for much longer, this aggressive gate positioning, this kind of pub gate positioning, really doesn't seem to be paying off. And we see, the only reason I say it's a pub gate is because this is where we see a lot of gates being dropped in the game when you're playing on pubs. I'm not saying
it really looked to me like this was an emergency gate. He just wanted to get a gate. It doesn't matter what it was, if it was any good. Watch, if P-Stash doesn't get, okay, they can easily grind this. Oh, but they don't get in position for it. The gate's right up against the wall, and it's also, if you get a Skulk near that, you can even get a Skulk above it to bite the gate from above. It's a really dangerous position if the aliens would ever get a full crush.
Yeah. Just a little bit too close to that wall, just very surroundable, and in a position that's not particularly aggressive, even though it's so far away from the rest of the Marines' territory.
Yeah, it's not in a great position overall because it's hard. It's a far walk to flat and a far walk to build if there's a Skulk on it. Okay, but they got the standard Falls gate now. The aliens have expanded towards Hydro, haven't really done anything since then. They have Bio 4, so they have Leap. The next play for the aliens really is to get this Hive going. Yeah, and they just dropped it.
Like on command, the Hive is dropped. Doggo taking a quick peck at P-Stash, but pulling out of the room before that engagement really... And finally, we see Paintcan going Fade.
It's an extremely late Fade. Maybe he just wanted to bite res the whole time or forgot. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess the facts on the ground do change dynamically, but yeah, I wonder what the calculation was there.
With an analysis gate, you could deny Hydro, but they decided to go for the Falls gate instead. Unfortunately, Datsu whiffing. Whiffed 3 shots on that Fade, hit the last one though.
Yep. Kills the Skulk, but isn't able to kill the Fade, and loses his shotgun in the process. Yeah.
Okay, so now you see the Lurk is able to pressure Filt, and you should have the other Lurk able to easily pressure Plat, and the Marines can't really rotate between these two nodes that well.
Yeah, it seems like it's a 5 to 10 second run to either of those nodes. It splits the difference and doesn't allow them to put on quick pressure. This gate looking worse and worse as the time goes on.
They really need to get rid of it and put it somewhere else. They could put it a bit farther up to control Filt if they want.
Yeah, I think that's the decision right there. Either that or remove the gate in Falls and put it, maybe a gate in Bamboo Pass or something to hold their back res. I just don't think they're getting much out of this kind of awkward position.
Well, the West Route gate is okay, because if you can deny the aliens coming through Condensers and Filt, and then from Falls you deny them going through Bamboo Pass, you can hold the left side res. Unfortunately, they're not able to do that right now.
Yep, and Marines on 2 RTs, barely struggling to get this third one up, but it's no chance. Nano, though...
No, they're on 3 RTs. They're getting the
oh, yeah, sorry. Right somehow I missed Falls like a Dumbo.
Okay, so at this point, yeah, he's getting Umbra and Spores. That's the next play because he's got 2 Lurks up. Once they have Umbra, they can start going for these full crushes and just trying to bleed the Marines. Doggo's almost dead from 1 Marine. Oh, Nano Noob. That was close.
Nano not quite able to kill.
Oh, Wake. That Wake was trying to be a hero, but Doggo was already in the vent, so...
Yeah. Trying to give cover to Doggo.
Just trying to show off there, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
So they have the Gorge behind the lines. The Gorge can put a tunnel if he wants behind the lines somewhere, so it's important to know where he is. That's why Ritual is scanning.
And it looks like he may be going for it. He's definitely marooning himself far outside of an area that he could retreat
He's a big threat. He's a big threat being there. So they need to keep him scanned, which is wasting the Marines' res. Phone is now being super annoying as well, killing some of the power. But the Marines didn't really take the bait. They just sent 1 rifle to kill him. And Phone's trying to be cheeky, does go down the risk.
Yeah, Not the
Does
end of the
Risk have a
world.
welder? No, he doesn't. So this power is 1%. Okay, so spores are up. Really, really annoying for Ritual. It's going to be real pain in the ass to save for anything else, having to med these Marines all the time. One Skulk through their base. It's golden, of course. Dead, though.
Yeah, but for the first time, Marines are up on 5 RTs. This map continuing to be a pain in the side for the alien squad. No matter the team that plays it, it seems right now that some further tweaks might be necessary in order to make this a map.
Oh, this is 100% the aliens' fault.
Yeah.
that hive in the beginning was just terrible.
Hive
So I don't think it's really the map's fault that they're in this position.
No, true enough, but
Whoa!
they had moments in the game where they're far ahead, and now we find it's been back and forth.
Was that Datsu had a really good shot? I think it was Datsu had a really good shot on Pecan and Doggo. Okay, Risk the Annihilator is here. Can he save this shotgun? I don't know.
Oh,
misses 2 shots.
180 on that fade.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Ritual
Golden
out of
kills
the
the
chair.
1% power node. Very nice.
No longer collecting any resources from Canopy. Marine still, though, on 4 RTs. Will this alien side be the first one to take a victory on this map?
Not sure because, yeah, they're getting an AA. So the play now for the Marines, look at their P-res. It's pretty high. So the Marines can afford JPs. And if they can keep these gates and this res long enough to get JPs, they could make something happen. It's going to be a question, though, because now it looks like they want to crush this west route gate. Doggo almost dying again. He's really living on the edge. They let another Skulk through on Bamboo Pass. Phone, unfortunately, going to the RT that's already unpowered.
Yeah, Phone feels much more comfortable in the chair, but is able to find an unprotected RT at half health. He's going to be able to take this out for almost guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a good play by Phone, getting this RT golden damaged. Really keeping the Marines back. They can't pressure. And now you see Doggo's also attacking Filt at the same time. They committed 2 Marines to kill Phone, which means that they'll lose Filt.
Yams and Pecan now on Fade. These Fades finally have a duo to play around. Umbra has been up for some time now.
Oh, Pistache! Such a nice try from him. Got both Fades to 1 shot. Just ran out of bullets.
Yep, and almost killed the Lurk as well. If only one more of those shots had been on a single life form. Not that he didn't play it perfectly, but the aliens were trading position from who's tanking to who's running out of the room pretty well.
It's just confusing to me, though. They're losing all of their guns when they're going for JPs. The Marines are playing... Now the Marines are really playing this like they want to throw. Because they keep doing this pressure, losing guns. Now they lost the position because of that. They have Proto, but these guys can't really afford JPs now. They have to conserve their P-res.
And when you're a Marine player and jetpacks have just come up, do you only have enough to afford a gun or a jetpack? What do you choose?
I would choose a gun.
Yeah, I think that's the right choice. It's the safer choice. Guns able to be re-picked up off the ground. Jetpacks not able to do so. And the impact of a really well-timed shotgun. The aliens have to get close to you anyways, right?
Yeah, it depends. You can have one rifle JP, because you see these lurks in the vent. If you damage them outside, they just hop in and kill them. You can do it, but it's very risky.
Yeah.
So I can't tell how far JPs are from being done. I guess like 45, 50 seconds.
Yeah, actually, I think... Isn't there a way to actually see the time?
Not sure.
No, I guess not.
Nano Noob is doing some nice pressure, getting 1 veil. He'll get 2 veils.
Yeah, finding the veils next to this tunnel entrance, it's a good find from him. It's nice to hide them outside of the hive sometimes.
Nano even getting the Skulk kill. Really trying to show off there. Nice job, Nano.
Yeah, he's been playing well all night. The alien team has just been playing, when he's been playing Marine, the alien team has just been a little bit more effective but it doesn't take anything away from individuals' performances. Both these teams are playing so well in this game.
So now and you can see the aliens are now stacking for west. Wake is in tunnel, or in the vent. Okay, Doggo wants to get rid of this, wants to pressure this node to bring the Marines out. Yams is trying to ambush. This could work pretty well. Oh, Yams going so low. And Doggo getting stuck.
Both life forms
able
do
to
make it
able
out.
to pull out.
Now we've seen what Golden's been saving up for this whole time. The Onos comes out on the field.
And now this gate is in a really bad spot for JPs because it's really, the ceiling is really low. If an Onos gets in here, he can just trap a JP against a wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so here come the JPs.
Oh my
Here come the JPs, and they can kill them. Oh, Golden!
Oh my god, the Onos goes down, Alert goes
Doggo
down.
dies. Oh no, they're going to lose a JP. They do lose one JP. They'll lose two JPs.
This Lurk being a
They lose all their
hero
JPs.
in the back
They lost all
line.
their JPs. Fucking Wake the hero over there.
Oh my god. Late game tech coming out for both sides, and Golden throws out the worth. And
They
boy,
have to get the guns back. Oh, they can't. The guns will all die.
he's right. You know?
That was, to be fair though, that's a really bad corridor for the JPs as well because it's very small.
I know. I felt that just as they are running forward, both sides colliding like two avalanches going up and downhill.
And the fades are getting low. The Marines should not push this. They should not push. They have two fades up, or they have two lurks up, and yeah, two fades. They should go back and they should get flight or balls. They can play with the tech that they have. They almost have guns again.
Yeah, and not enough.
Forcing this fight is not good. Ritual can also drop some guns for them and some JPs. The Marines are just being way too aggressive right now. This is typical of teams that get the bloodlust, you know? They just want to kill something. But this is not how you should play at the moment. They lost everything.
Yeah, breaking LOS only with one jetpack left alive at the moment. They're going back to the gate, but is it too late to have really taken advantage of the position they were in? All of a sudden, though, they leave the gate, and now they have to run back just to enforce it. Risk the only body on the other side of the gate.
These Marines, I think, are really not understanding the position that they're in. They think it's desperate, but it's not.
Yeah,
So
well,
they're doing a desperation play right now. They're going to push with three JPs to kill the hive. No guns. The fades and the lurks will be able to get back to the hive before it dies.
and just imagine if
They're
one
only
of
gonna
these
get
was
it to,
a
like,
heavy weapon.
if they had some shotguns, if they had 3 shotguns, they could potentially kill the hive. But at this point, they're going to get it to 20%, no less. This is a complete desperation play, total throw. Just really disappointing to see that, honestly.
Yeah, well, they were on 0 RTs capped outside of their base, but they didn't have to be. I agree.
No, that was a throw from the Marines. I don't think they understood the position. Even though they lost all their JPs, they killed an Onos, they killed a Lurk. They could have got guns and JPs back, and they could have reestablished their res lane and just hunted the life forms. JPs are extremely powerful, but it was a good game overall.
Yeah.
Well played by both sides.
And just the kind of strategic logistical way that they affect the match, the ability to reinforce positions so much faster. You would have liked to see them use that as to their advantage. Yes, it allows you to push hives faster, but it also allows you to hold res faster. You could have stepped back, like you had said, waited for individuals to gain heavy weapons yet again, and built out their res to stabilize their economy. But yes, that'll be the first alien victory on Falls with even the slight blunder at the beginning of the round. It seems like there is a way to do it, whether or not it's outplaying your opponents. Certainly there is some aspect where it must be that, or just figuring out the map a little bit better. Finally, we see an alien squad taking a round off of Biodam.
And well played to both sides.
Yeah, really strong players on both sides. Some individuals with extraordinary performances. But yeah, it was a great match to watch and lots of fun. And let's take a quick look at the stats before we sign off and figure out what's next for the schedule. I think we might have a gap until the next game. But yeah, you can see a lot of these Marines, look at those accuracies, almost at 30%, all the way down the squad. P-Stash underperforming that high mark a little bit, but really strong play from all these Marines. Player damage in the 5 to 6,000 range. And on the other side, Wake dominating the mid game on his lurk, having some heroic clears after that forward momentum after killing the Onos. If Wake hadn't been there to clear a Marine or two and cause the entire push to collapse, what would have the game looked like? We can't really say, but excellent play.
Wake definitely a strong player in this game and making some unnecessary hero plays, but still fun to watch.
Yeah. He definitely threw his life form away once trying to save Doggo's lurk unnecessarily, but
yeah, it was funny, but it was good.
Yeah,
overall great play.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And I thought that the Marines played very well. I really liked what Risk did in the beginning when they brought out shotgun